But now it's just $9.71. Only a few remain, and they will sell out. Find your employee-free Chicagoland showroom at Hassellist.com.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome to this week's edition of Black and Right Radio on AM 560, 92.7, and AM 1400, The Answer in Detroit, Michigan. So I always just feel so good to say welcoming in another station, 2 stations actually. So I'm on 3 stations now. I don't know if you guys were listening to the show on Friday as I was interviewing John Fredericks. Hoff Daddy, I want you didn't. I don't know if you heard this. John Fredericks, he owns 26 radio stations on the East Coast, and while I was interviewing him, he said I told him about that I do a weekend show on called Black and Right every Saturday, and he said, hey, we need to talk offline because I love to put that Black and Right radio show on all 26 of my radio stations. Wow. 26, Hoff Daddy. Georgia, Virginia, West Virginia, a lot of Philadelphia. From what I'm told, it covers all of Philadelphia, all of his stations. It's pretty cool, right, George? What do you think?
That's cool if it happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, it just, you know me, it kind of took me aback, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's talk offline.
That's
and
because you constantly sell yourself short.
Yeah, well, you know, I was just shocked that it came out at that moment. I guess that's what I'm saying. So, hey, guess what's tomorrow, Hoff Daddy? You know what tomorrow is?
Sunday.
Oh, wow.
That's why I get the big bucks.
Somebody that I've been knowing for so long doesn't know it's my birthday tomorrow. My 49th birthday
doesn't
tomorrow.
know or doesn't care?
Doesn't care. That's probably true. You don't care. That's true. I'll be $49.
You're already $46.
Yeah, that's true. I'll be 49 years old tomorrow. And, wow. Just been sitting reflecting a lot lately. I don't know why, Hoff Daddy.
Because you're old?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not that much older than me.
No, yeah. You're no spring chicken, Hoff Daddy,
no,
at all.
I've got manufactured parts.
Literally.
Yeah.
Titanium or other?
It's some sort of titanium alloy. I don't know. I was hoping for the old, the $6 million man, leap tall buildings. And so, we have the technology, we could rebuild them. They don't do that yet.
Yeah, you should have went and talked to Elon. I'm sure he's over there starting to build that out somewhere.
He was busy.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. But yeah, I'm so excited about, no, I'm not. I'm not excited about turning 49 because that means what? Next year I'll be 50. I didn't realize it. I remember when I was young, I was having this conversation with somebody. I was like, I loved birthdays when I was young. Now it's like, hey, wait, slow down. You're going too fast.
How much are you going to age tomorrow versus how much you aged today or the day after? It's just another day.
Yeah, that's true.
The fact that there happen to be 365 of those periods of time in which we go all the way around the sun.
Yeah.
Really it shouldn't affect you. It's just another day. What did you do productive with that day?
Yeah, but
you got to answer.
Technically, I'm 50 already. Technically.
Look, we know you're old.
No, I'm saying when you look at the life cycle. 9 months of maturation in the womb.
Okay, so you turn 49 tomorrow. 49 plus 9 months.
Yeah.
Is 50.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm close.
I'm glad you get the 2 plus 1 is 3 math at the top.
I sound like Joe Biden, though.
No, because you haven't talked about how you used to teach. You were a professor in the womb. And
oh, I hate you. Whatever.
Good.
All right, let's get on with the show. I don't know, and how that you didn't cut this because I saw it up there. I knew it was in the repertoire, So that's why I didn't send it to you. Al Green, oh my God. The Democrats, why are they so mad? I mean, they're cussing out. Everybody's cussing. Everybody's, mad and it's nasty.
Well, to be fair, when Schumer and Warren cussed, it's because it was in the script. 'Cause somebody thought that would make them seem cool or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But Al Green is at his old tricks again.
As we move forward, I have indicated that impeachment is imminent. The filing of articles of impeachment is imminent. We are currently in a countdown to impeachment. Now, those who know
Get it out,
me
brother.
know that I wouldn't say this if I were not going to move on with it. And I am. We will have articles of impeachment filed. I cannot tell you what the vote will be. And there are some who would say, well, you shouldn't file the articles of impeachment if you can't win. No, you need to know where people stand. You really do. We need to know. I heard a member just yesterday indicate that we need to have a certain thing brought before the House to understand where people are. It is not unusual for us to have votes to find out where people are on certain issues.
These people.
And this is no exception. And the first articles of impeachment may not succeed. The second may not succeed.
Neither one
but
of them did.
Having laid the foundation for the president's impeachment in the past, I know that impeachment can succeed.
It didn't.
And I also know
He wasn't impeached.
He reminds me of the Lord from the Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Built a castle and it sank into the swamp. I built another castle and that one sank into the swamp. But the third one,
Yeah, he was impeached but acquitted.
Yeah.
And if I'm speaking now, I thought if an impeachment, if they got the signatories, it's supposed to be called. And when the Senate got Mayorkas impeachment, Chuck Schumer didn't even call it.
Well, that's not the impeachment of the president, though. So if you look at what happened with Lincoln, good grief.
Oh, wow.
I'm not.
You that old.
Clinton in the 90s. You basically the impeachment itself is just an arraignment.
Correct.
Essentially, it's charging them with these articles of impeachment, and then when you get tried in the Senate, you're either convicted or not.
Yeah.
Nixon,
I wouldn't bring it up.
Nixon bailed before it came about because he knew where the vote was going to be. I think Al Green knows just as well where the vote is going to be on the other side.
I wouldn't even call it. Let's create a constitutional crisis.
At this point, right?
What has he done that's impeachable?
Crisis.
What has he done that's impeachable?
At this point, though, if you're the Democrats and you're trying to grasp desperately for relevancy, don't you want to actually do something that affects people, that helps people?
You would think.
And I know that it's super toxic politically, apparently, within their own party to do anything that involves compromise with Republicans, especially Trump.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good things going on.
Yeah.
And just like...
Not with him.
Well, there could be, though.
Yeah.
Just like not standing up for a 14 or 15-year-old cancer survivor, they're not standing up for good policy and good laws at this point, and they're going to get left behind.
Well, how about... I mean, dude, if I'm in the minority leadership, I'm gonna show the American people that our party knows how to govern. Because early on, the Republicans, they've been chaotic. And you know what I would have came out if I'm Hakeem Jeffries, if I'm Senator Chuck Schumer, I would have came out with a press conference. This is what we're going to do to help the Republicans get this thing, because these are things that we realize this is why we lost. Men and women's sports, we're with them. Let's go. Let's push it.
Well, do you think I know what my opinion on this is, but do you think they actually do realize why they lost?
Yeah, some of them do.
I think a lot of them are lost in the fog.
Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of them are.
They said, "Oh yeah, this is the way. This is the way," and it just wasn't.
Yeah, Doge. You know what? We can get behind this concept of especially the waste, fraud, and abuse aspect of what Doge is doing.
And there are congressional and senatorial Republicans who would absolutely work with them on making a framework for Doge so they can keep a leash on the dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
But these are the victories where you can find the silver lining, you can find that common ground and work through. I probably shouldn't be giving the Democrat Party tips on how to make themselves
follow good advice. Don't worry.
make themselves at least look governable. They're nowhere near it. They can care less about governing at all. They really do. And that's one of the reasons why, Huff Daddy, I sent you this Stuart Varney clip. Yeah. Because I don't think people really understand. I hear so many people saying, "Oh, Donald Trump, he's not doing nothing. Oh, nothing is happening. The mere act, when he said he'll have that Russia-Ukraine war done in a day. I didn't agree with him. I knew he wasn't going to be able to do that.
It's hyperbole.
Yeah, the voters knew that he wouldn't be able to do that. But oh wow, I forgot. Dang, look at me getting lost.
It's a radio show.
Getting lost, though. You listening to... we got callers. I didn't even see the callers. You didn't hit me to that. We've been talking. You listening to Detroit's Morning Answer. Black and White Radio on AM 560, 92.7 AM 1400. We'll be right back.
Mike Gallagher isn't surprised by Trump's actions.
Watching the people who pretended to support Trump bail on him over the issue of tariffs. You got Republicans who are basically hanging Trump out to dry. I'm so fascinated by that because, of all people, Republicans should know that Trump is delivering exactly what he promised to deliver.
The Mike Gallagher Show, weekdays at 9, right before Charlie Kirk at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
Larry Elder here, and I'm excited to tell you about my new movie called Electric Vehicles, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Now, I love my gas-powered car, but I also care about the planet. And so I pose the question, are EVs really better for the planet than gas-powered vehicles?
An electric vehicle is a computer with 4 wheels and some seats.
Torque is instantaneous. The batteries are lasting very long.
Charging them at your house using solar is amazing.
What do you do with these batteries when they go bad? Long distance, they create anxiety. Sitting in the parking lot just burst into flames.
The components are made in China, so there could be tracking mechanisms put into Americans' cars.
We're going to be relying on China.
It's not just a movie about cars. It's about how we choose to shape our future and the ethical, environmental, and security issues they create. Electric Vehicles, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, produced by Impactful Pictures. Watch it or buy the DVD on April 22nd at salemnow.com. That's salemnow.com.
We always use M13. They can print anything.
They design and price match. M13 does amazing work.
M13 Graphics has helped make our brand stand out. They're definitely the best for less.
Before M13, amateur. With M13, we look awesome.
M13 Graphics, Chicago's leader in full-color design and printing. Set your business up for success with exceptional print products, turned around in just 24 to 48 hours. Business cards, postcards, posters, banners, brochures, apparel, you name it. M13 will design and print nearly anything for your business. They have the right people in place and a reputation that keeps customers happy and coming back for more. They're a Chicago company that embodies the idea of business integrity. They live it every day. After all, in this country, you're free to do business with who you choose. Respect that freedom. Choose the best. For speedy turnaround, excellent service, and the best pricing in Chicagoland, choose M13 Graphics for all your design and printing. Online at M13.com. Visit M13.com or call now, toll free, 877-M13-1913. That's 877-M13-1913.
All of us need to be prepared to defend ourselves and our families, and we need to start with the less lethal option to avoid the legal complications associated with firearms. Byrna has their less lethal pistol launcher. It is equipped with tear gas and kinetic ammunition. It is designed to incapacitate any attacker for up to 40 minutes. Go to their website, byrna.com/Hannity. Right now, you'll get 10% off. Let me tell you this Byrna story. Bob was at home. An intruder physically forced his way inside. Now, luckily, Bob had just received his Byrna 4 days prior to this incident, and he used it to get the man outside and off of his property. Byrna, it's legal in all 50 states. There's no background check needed. It can be shipped directly to your door. Now, see the powerful technology that is Byrna. Go to their website, byrna.com/Hannity. Right now, you'll get 10% off. That's byrna.com/Hannity today.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and White Radio with John Anthony. Let's go straight to the phone lines. Mark from Bourbonnais. What's up, brother?
Good afternoon, John. I'm excited for you. Tomorrow is your birthday. I had to call in and say happy birthday to you, my brother.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your show being expanded to other stations.
Let's hope and pray.
Well, I'm gonna be praying because your word going nationwide is great.
Yes,
great for the cause.
Thank you, Mark.
I want to wish you all the best. I just appreciate you, John. God bless you.
God bless you, Mark. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
I'm glad
as well.
Mark said happy birthday to you. Now I don't have to.
Wow, man, you just taking the knife and just chugging it in there, aren't you? Oh, gosh.
I found the knife where it is. All I'm doing is twist.
That's you mean you said the knife? You mean the many knives that are in my back?
I only found one. I plausible deny.
Let's go to Craig from Mount Greenwood. What's up, Craig?
Hey, John. Hey, thank you very much for taking my call, and I couldn't agree more with that last caller. You are such a good radio host. You deserve to have all good things come your way with regard to your career here. And I'll be praying for you in that. And I'm always getting other people talking to them so that they'll tune in. And just, really hopeful that all continues to go well for you. You're a good brother.
Thank you, Craig. I really appreciate it, man. I really do. Thank you. Did you want to make another comment?
You are one of the good ones, yes.
I'm shocked, George, you said that. I was waiting for your response because, you guys, true story. George calls me one of the worst radio hosts he's ever had to mentor.
Well, and you tell people I taught you, so sort of even on that one.
Oh, that's so true. What's up, YouTube crowd? Appreciate you guys. Oh, hey, John, there. Where was I going? I don't even know where I was going, George.
I don't know. I would have played the audio with the guy talking about with them trying to rein in Doge, but that's just me.
Why?
Oh,
which one? I thought I had two Doges. Oh, yeah. Oh, the congressman at the CNN town hall.
Which the lady's question is hilarious.
It is. So here's the question.
What are you doing to control Elon Musk? He was not elected by the voters and is running completely unchecked. His actions, and specifically his treatment of federal workers, are heinous.
Every administration is staffed with unelected individuals who are tasked to carry out the wishes of the president. That is every single administration. That is nothing new in the case of Elon Musk. And so what is happening right now is Democrats want to demonize the person that created and popularized the electric car, that created and popularized so many other great inventions, because he wants to come in and look at waste, fraud, and abuse. Again, they are fighting against change. They are fighting against cutting waste, fraud, and abuse in our government. That's what people are fighting against when they're fighting against Elon Musk and the Doge Initiative, the Department of Government Efficiency. We spend more than $2 trillion of deficit spending every single year in this country. Simply unsustainable. So the fact that we want to go in and look for efficiencies is actually a good thing that the majority of people support. Now, do I support everything that Doge and Elon Musk have done? Absolutely not. There are things that have gone too fast.
I think one of the rollout, how they rolled out Doge, I think has been choppy. I don't think it doesn't look organized.
No, and the solution for that would have been simply applying what they do on the back end to the front end.
Yeah.
So they put all of this. Here's all the stuff we found, and they detail it pretty well actually.
They do
on the website. But they could have said, here's our roadmap. I think the thought process behind that is they wanted to surprise lifetime, tenure bureaucrats who basically have treated these taxpayer funds as slush funds for supposed grassroots organizations, which are anything but.
I'll have to. What do you think that big thing is? Trump said he saw it was horrible. It's big, and he couldn't talk more to it. Basically, that's something that Doge found. You think this is about sitting congressmen and former senators and former congresspeople who got their hands stuck and caught in a cookie jar?
All I know is anything that I find that's fraud, the first thing I want to do after just determining, what bank account it went into and who owns that, is find every association with that person.
Yeah.
I want to know if that's a congressman's niece or a Treasury official's son, or, if it's something that was acted specifically on. There's a lot of these people who are dead, who were reported dead, and then it wasn't changed in the system. Was it? Was it changed back to alive? There's a lot of malfeasance that could have happened, and I think the only way you find that is by sign it not telegraphing your next move. So I see it both ways.
Well, I mean, Elon sat in the cabinet meeting. This is what he had to say.
Elon tweeted this today.
Oh, no, wait, no. Which one? I thought I had the Elon clip in there.
You didn't send me any.
I didn't send it. Ah, come on.
Idiot.
Dang. How dare I not send it to you, brother?
How dare you sabotage yourself?
I just did, but that's okay. Guess what? It's okay.
People can find what Elon says. He's
yeah,
public guy.
But he was talking about how, a lot of people are saying that he didn't find the $1 to $2 trillion. He only found $150 billion. Well, they don't understand how budgeting works. What he was talking about was the waste, fraud, and abuse. Now, overall, the overall budget is something that happens over time.
There's a whole lot that's going to be coming out of Medicare. I can guarantee that. Having known quite a few people who work in medical fields and understand just how sort of atrocious their billing structure is.
Yeah.
It makes it hard for the honest providers to get paid, and it makes it easier for the dishonest ones to get paid. And it's just stupid.
Yeah.
They're going to find a lot with that. Social Security should be relatively easy. Is this person a citizen, and are they alive?
Yeah.
It may take a while to sort that out, but at least there's a clearly definable
criteria. Well, was it Kelly Loeffler who said, no, not Kelly Loeffler. Who was it that said they found monies that were given to people that haven't even been born yet? I think I had that clip.
Dang.
I thought I had that. Oh, here it is.
This afternoon, we're working to learn more after reports that the Social Security Administration started listing thousands of immigrants with temporary legal status as deceased.
But I want to talk about
this. Jill Garza has more on that.
Well, this automatically invalidates their Social Security numbers, which means no access to financial institutions like banks, jobs, federal programs, and benefits.
CBS News reports that the Social Security Administration recently renamed its Death Master File to what's now called the Ineligible Master File. That file is meant to track deceased individuals to prevent them from receiving benefits, but being added to it can cut off access to financial institutions and benefits. In March, the SSA said a false death report can immediately stop benefits, cause serious financial hardship, and be long and difficult to reverse. The first group affected includes more than 6,000 immigrants who entered the country through a Biden-era parole program. Some were reportedly flagged for possible criminal or security concerns, but those details haven't been confirmed.
But they got Social Security numbers. Now, there are ways for legal immigrants to get Social Security numbers. You get a work permit, they give you a Social Security number. It's like a taxpayer identification number, essentially.
And it starts with a number 9.
Right. And that's not what we're talking about. This is an absurdity.
It is.
And if you show up, to your average, town clerk or registrar or whatever, if you show up or your DMV to register to vote and you have a Social Security number, how is that person going to know, hey, this person isn't actually a citizen and shouldn't be registered to vote?
And that's how they voted.
This is so clear.
And that's how they've been able to vote. And Elon
they still lost.
And it's well, it was too big to rig this time. I think the anger and the angst.
But it won't be next time.
Yeah, I agree.
Next time is in a year and a half, by the way.
It is
4 years.
I saw my friend Richard Porter share an article about Illinois becoming a permanent vote by mail system. I don't agree with that. I don't. Dude, this whole system that Illinois has. Guess what? You want to do that? Make voter ID available as well. Add voter ID to that. If you want to do that,
you have to have some sort of check on it. You just have to.
Yeah, signature verification, all that too. I want it all, George. I'm sorry. This is how they win. This is how they build these utopian systems throughout America. And that's what's happened here in Illinois. And nobody sees a problem with that.
Yeah, it's utopian in air quotes. Well, one of the problems that we have is that major population centers account for large percentages of where these people are going.
Yeah.
And they are opaque in the sense that they're run by, for lack of a better term, machine Democrats.
Yeah.
Maybe not to the extent that Chicago is, but Chicago is one of those.
Yeah.
New York is on the fence of being one of those. They've got a lot of really weird lefty.
California just has a Newsom Pelosi connection. That's it.
Well, California needs an enema. So.
But I was talking to some. Oh, we got to go to break. Good Lord, man. I miss that clock. I miss our clock. I miss our friend.
Yeah, it hasn't worked in a couple of weeks.
No, it hasn't.
I think we might have sacrificed its guts to make your other clock.
I see my good friend Tom Meredith is on the line. We'll come back with him. You're listening to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
For nearly a decade, AM 560 has marked the start of summer with a night of cigar smoking and great conversation. And this year, we've expanded Cigar Night to 2 nights. Wednesday, May 21st at Goldberg's Farm in Pingree Grove, and Thursday, May 22nd at Gaelic Park in Oak Forest. Featuring the great Larry Elder, along with AM 560's Dan Proft and Sean Thompson. Tickets are on sale now at 560theanswer.com/cigar. That's 560theanswer.com/cigar. Sponsored by Quick Delivery Service.
Fox News, I'm Jane Fergus. Attorneys for pro-Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil are expected to fight his deportation after a federal judge ruled it to be legal.
The judge cited a memo from Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who wrote that Khalil's beliefs, statements, or associations would compromise U.S. foreign policy interest.
That's Fox's C.B. Cotton reporting. Don't worry about your entitlements. That's what Republican New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew tells Fox News Live after the House passed President Trump's budget blueprint this week.
We're not going to hurt Social Security, and we are not going to hurt Medicare. They say that this resolution, which didn't even mention the word Medicaid, this resolution cut Medicaid. No, it did not.
Democrats say the plan will give tax cuts to billionaires. America's listening to Fox News.
You've probably been hearing a lot of buzz about tariffs.
I haven't.
Really?
What's a tariff?
It's a tax on imported goods.
It makes these imported goods more expensive.
Oh, that explains why I've never heard of tariffs.
Why?
Because 92.3% of the furniture at Penny Mustard is made in the USA.
True.
In fact, most of it is built by local craftsmen and women right here in the Midwest.
And locally sourced furniture will never have a tariff on it.
So when you invest in new furniture at Penny Mustard, you won't be paying extra taxes and shipping costs.
Besides, tariffs or no tariffs, our American-made Penny Mustard Strong furniture will last generations longer than IFE-made furniture shipped in from overseas.
You get so much more for your money when you buy American.
Tell me more about these tariffs.
Can we talk about this later? I'm so tired of hearing about them.
Oh, so I guess you can say that all this talk about tariffs is taxing.
I see what you did there.
PennyMustard.com.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
It's tax season. By now, we're all a bit tired of numbers, but here's one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number, $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed. Save up to 40% in your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. That's LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
All across the country, states are embracing school choice and offering vouchers to families to send students to whichever school they want, including private Christian schools. Illinois, however, has resisted this trend, despite all the benefits of private education. Well, we have a solution. ChicagolandSchoolVouchers.com. It's simple. Just visit ChicagolandSchoolVouchers.com and tell us which private school you want to send your child to. Then we contact the school on your behalf and work to secure a voucher for half off the first year of tuition, typically saving thousands of dollars for families. The program only applies to new students who are not currently enrolled in the school. So if you've been considering sending your child to a private school and thought it was financially out of reach, go to ChicagolandSchoolVouchers.com to learn more and to start the process today. That's ChicagolandSchoolVouchers.com.
You can hear this today at PragerTopia.com.
Today being this holy weekend, I'm going to talk to you about happiness and religion. Every poll says religious people are happier. Now, why is that? That's the subject for today's Happiness Hour. Why would religious people be happier? Feel free to react, disagree, add on, whatever you might.
Hear the entire episode. It's for Preggertopia members only. Go to Preggertopia.com.
Hear from one of America's most important public intellectuals on the Victor Davis Hanson Show.
Europe is saying to us, if you have a U.S. platform and you have an interview we don't like, we're going to fine you to the extent we can over in Europe. So they interfere with us all the time. And if they don't like X and they don't like Google and they don't like Apple phones, just make your own.
Subscribe to the Victor Davis Hanson Show today on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, or at SalemPodcastNetwork.com. And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right. I found the Elon clip. Yes, I did. I stumbled onto it.
All by yourself?
All by myself. I'm that smart. Hey, I am getting smarter with age, though. I have to admit.
Don't confuse smart with more experience.
Here's Elon.
Hello, Elon. Well, thanks to your fantastic leadership, this amazing cabinet, and the very talented Doge team, I'm excited to announce that we anticipate savings in FY26 from reduction of waste and fraud by $150 billion. And I mean, and some of it is just absurd, like people getting unemployment insurance who haven't been born yet. I mean, I think anyone can appreciate whether, I mean, come on, that's just crazy. You know, some of these things, people ask me, like, well, how are you going to find waste and fraud in the government? I'm like, well, actually just go in any direction. That's how you find it. It's very common. it's as the military would say, target rich environment. So I think we're doing a lot of good and excellent collaboration with the cabinet to achieve these savings, and it'll actually result in better services for the American people, and that we're going to be spending their tax dollars in a way that
think about that. People are receiving benefits that have not been born yet. How the hell does that happen?
And may not have ever existed.
Yeah.
It shows you with a South American drug war or government inefficiency.
Yeah.
The solution is a South African mercenary.
Speaking of that, I was watching the movie G20 with Viola Davis.
Yep.
It's far-fetched, but
this is a good movie.
It was. Oh, you saw it? Yeah. I thought it was pretty good. I do. I thought it was
Minecraft.
No, I didn't.
I got dragged to the Minecraft movie by my 7-year-old.
I'm shocked. Well, the only one that liked Minecraft was my son. They're into Roblox.
It's made for kids their age.
Yeah, but they like Roblox. They don't go into the Minecraft thing. Girls.
I'm happy to not know much of anything about any of it.
Tom Meredith, what's up, my buddy?
Hey, John, not only are you getting smarter, but you're getting stronger, buddy.
I wonder why. Wait, you may have a little something to do with that. I was there what was that, Wednesday when I showed up? Or was Tuesday? Yeah. Monday. And I showed you how, and what we're talking about, Tom Meredith has been training me for the last, 2 months? I believe it has been.
2 months now. Yeah.
And we've already seen some benefits of because he made me change my eating habits and I had to bring him on because he's saving my life.
We need a Rocky-esque montage.
Yeah, we do. I know. I think I talked about it.
John.
I think I talked about it on Detroit's Morning Answer, and I didn't really talk about it, but I was going through some health problems, and I went to you, Tom, and I said I got to get healthy because I don't like where I'm headed. And I mean, I said it over the air, and you gave me a call and said, "Hey, look, let's talk, let's meet." So I wanted to bring you on to talk about it because somebody that helped save me and is currently saving me. I don't have as many headaches anymore. I see the weight loss dropping. I even see I was able to get into a pair of jeans that I haven't gotten into and I think it's been like 6 or 7 years that I haven't been, and I got them on right now, and I haven't been able to put on these jeans. I couldn't put a thigh in these jeans, and not only do I have the thigh, and I was at my buddy's with my 3X Cub. I can't even. I mean, that thing looked like it was. I mean, I was gut busting that hoodie, Tom, at a 3X, and I had to bring you on because you've been really key and crucial with 2x20. It's 2x20, right? Am I saying it right? 2x20 fitness?
Yeah, 2x20 fitness, yeah.
2x20, okay.
Exactly.
So I had to bring you on.
What's our key word, John? What's our key word? Volition. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. The will to choose, and you're starting to make great choices. That's the key to it.
Yeah. So where is it? And I mean, because I want you to be able to help people, man.
So it's 2x20 Fitness. We're in Bloomingdale, Illinois. Do personal training, which is the key to our program. But what I did also is I computerized all the machines. So it's not just like a normal workout where you go and you do 10 reps, you wait a little bit, do 10 reps. If you do, say, 100 pounds 10 times, the computer will recognize it. Then the next time you come in there, it's going to bring up your name and it's going to say 100 pounds. And now you have to do it 11 times. And then the next time you have to do it 12 times. So you're constantly improving your fitness level every time you work out. So you're just not maintaining your fitness, you're improving it each time. And you're definitely improving it. Man, you've gotten stronger on every machine there.
Yeah, and Tom, one of the things I think the listening audience, they may not know you by voice, but you're Tom Meredith. You're the one that put on the big Trump rallies. You're a huge fan and friend of AM 560. What's some of the other things you've done?
Well, yeah, I've published a fitness publication. I'm old though, John. I'm back in the 80s. We're talking about. I've done a teen bar. I've done a lot of things, but right now I'm focusing on the fitness stuff, and we did our work to try to help people get familiar with Donald Trump in the area, and we did a lot of rallies here, in which you participated in a lot of them.
That is so true. But I mean, one of the things that you really harp on me is nutrition and starting to eat better. How important is that in working out?
You can't overtrain a bad diet. Yeah. So in other words, I don't care how hard you think you're working out. If you're eating poorly, you're never going to catch up to it. And the key thing is just learn about glycemic index in your foods and stuff. If I were to tell people one thing, is to just learn about what glycemic index in food means and stuff. And that's the carbohydrates and how your body reacts to the food that you eat by secreting insulin. And that's what's causing most of the problems.
Yeah, I agree. Now, where can people find it?
Incapacitate any attacker for up to 40 minutes. Go to their website, byrna.com/Hannity. Right now, you'll get 10% off. Let me tell you this burner story. Bob was at home. An intruder physically forced his way inside. Now, luckily, Bob had just received his burner 4 days prior to this incident, and he used it to get the man outside and off of his property. Byrna, it's legal in all 50 states. There's no background check needed. It can be shipped directly to your door. Now, see the powerful technology that is Byrna. Go to their website, byrna.com/Hannity. Right now, you'll get 10% off. That's byrna.com/Hannity today.
Did you know that AM 560 Radio has a full-service digital marketing division called Salem Surround? If you're a business decision maker, listen up. AM 560 listeners are everywhere your potential audience is. So are our incredible targeting capabilities. We localize digital marketing and put it within reach of every business, small and large, in Chicagoland and beyond. Salem Surround offers AI-powered marketing solutions that reach your ideal audience. Whether or not you tap into the proven live, local, and emotional connection that AM 560 Radio brings, Salem Surround offers a total marketing solution to our partners. All-in-one digital solutions that provide targeted local digital and social media ads, Google AdWords management, website services, video strategy, search optimization, and even a management dashboard to offer you total campaign updates and transparency. Your Salem Surround representative is located right here in Chicago. Experience the Salem Surround digital revolution today. Call 847-472-8951. That's 847-472-8951.
Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime adventure. Set sail August 16th through the 23rd on the Patriots Alaska Cruise with me, Mike Gallagher, and our friends Larry Elder and Jennifer Horn, Joe Piscopo. Experience breathtaking glaciers, fjords, and wildlife, all while diving into critical discussions about America's future with hundreds of like-minded patriots on the ship. Cabins are going fast. Text TRAVEL to 94878 right now to secure your spot before it's too late. Just text the keyword TRAVEL to 94878 for the Patriots Alaska Cruise.
Hey,
Hey, heard you're getting ready to move.
We just listed our house on the market.
Just make sure you have the right attorney.
Doesn't the real estate agent take care of all that?
They stay involved, but you want to make sure you have a great lawyer that's negotiating the terms, helping resolve inspection items, clearing up title issues, preparing the deed and other documents, and attending the closing.
The attorneys at Nauman & Associates in Elk Grove Village have decades of experience handling real estate transactions every day all over Chicagoland. NALawGroup.com.
Black and Right continues. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio. Tom, man, I'm so sorry about that. Where can people find and locate you, brother?
I'm in Bloomingdale, Illinois.
Wait, I can't hear you, Tom.
I'm in Bloomingdale, Illinois.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me now?
Now, there you go. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Bloomingdale, Illinois, 630-290-6915. It's 2x20fitness.com.
Yeah. And Tom, Volition, I told you I'm going to put that on the T-shirt. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I got to put that on the
That's a great
T-shirt
word.
because that has been a word that every time I go and like my portion sizes have gone down as well. So I really appreciate you, Tom, for coming on, spending some time with me, and also getting me back to a healthy, not healthy in just in my body, but mentally as well. It's such a good, when I go there and I'm dealing with stress, it helps just push out all of the stress as well. So I really, really appreciate you, Tom.
I appreciate what you do, too, and I appreciate your audience. Black and Right, what a great show.
Yeah, and I'll see you Monday.
Hey, buddy. Thanks.
All right, bye, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Let's go to Jim from South Elgin. What's up, my brother?
Well, now you can get rid of your fake ID.
Well, yeah, I can now, right?
Now you're 21, you can drink.
That's true. What's up, buddy?
Oh, no, I just got done work today, and I have a nice weekend, do some things around the house.
So you're not out in Honduras or any other of those countries?
Nope, not for. It was a nice wedding last week down in West Palm Beach. My friend got married after many years of being with this lady, and just keeping busy and doing things around the house and little talk radio and things like this. So you going to go to your favorite water hole after the show or no?
No, I don't know. No one's. No, I'm going home.
All right.
Yeah, going home.
Anyways, there's been a lot of documentation about all these Social Security numbers and people voting and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure hoping that they're going to prosecute the heck out of these people.
Yeah, I do too. I agree with you, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
All right. Thank you. Is this Shane? Shane, what's up, brother?
What's up, brother? Hey, Chicago. What do you say? Shane Bouvet is here today. What's going on? I wish I could hug you, man. I love you, brother.
Yeah, man. How's it going, man?
Doing good, doing good. I just want to say, hey, I love you, and I appreciate everything you're doing. Fight for what's right, and I'm blessed to be on here today.
Well, Shane, talk to people. People, you have a very interesting story as it relates to Trump, Donald Trump, and your dad. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I was front page of the Washington Post, and President Trump read the article. I had no idea that he was going to read it. I had even no idea what the Washington Post was. And Hope Hicks calls me and goes, the president read your story and would like to meet with you. And I was like, no way. This can't ever happen to a guy like me from a village of 900 people. So I hung up on her. Because I heard Donald Trump in the background. I'm like, it has to be a fake Donald Trump. So then I get a call saying, hey, just show up at this event in Washington, D.C. And I just had blue jeans on. And I had like $20 in my wallet. So I show up to this event, and everybody had suits. All these lobbyists come up to me and go, how did you get this seat? You just have blue jeans on and like a ruggedy T-shirt. I said, sir, I don't even know if I'm in –
Country boy.
Country boy. I don't even know if I'm in the right place. So I start taking selfies. Well, Secret Service comes and grabs me, and I start crying because I'm like, listen, my dad's fighting cancer. I can't afford the cancer bills, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to be here. Maybe I talked to a fake Donald Trump. I don't know. I'll delete the pictures and leave. And they're like, no, you got to come with me. So I go in this tent. I look to my left, and Donald Trump was like, there's my celebrity. And I'm like, oh,
wow.
Man, my heart sunk in my chest.
Dude.
And he was the most caring, lovable person I've ever met. I mean, I gave him a bear hug. And he's like, I never had anybody do that to me before. He goes, I like this guy. He gives me a bear hug. This guy he just gave me a shower of compliments when I was at my low. And that's why I fight so hard for this man, because he truly loves people. He's such a genuine person. And that's why I just want to tell the truth about this man so much.
Yeah. Well, but you you're leaving out some stuff. He also did something else to you, didn't he? Didn't he do something else for you?
Yeah. So he goes, Shane, your dad shouldn't have to worry about that, and I'm going to gift you $10,000. And I was living in my car, and when Trump found out that instead of spending the money on myself, that I gave it to my dad, who's a veteran, he wiped out all of our bills, which were over $200,000 because it was adding up. And, I'm blessed. So I cry when I tell the story because, it's all God. This whole story is all God.
Well, you buried the headline.
He buried the headline. but you know what? But Shane, I get into. You should see my Facebook page. I get into it a lot with people because I tell them. And George and I were having this conversation, and we got a Bill Maher clip that we're going to play a little later about who Trump really is. You know who he really is because the real Donald Trump did all of this for you. You were to Donald Trump, you were a nobody.
Yeah, I was nobody. Nobody knew my name.
Wow, that's just amazing.
And I've been with him over 30 times, and I've never spent $1 to see him. Always made sure that I was front row. Always made sure that he gave me souvenirs to give to my friends from a village. Give him hats, give him just food, and he's just such a good guy. And that's one thing he made sure. Like before I left DC, he goes, Shane, I want to make sure you get your friends some souvenirs and stuff. And every time that my friends wanted to go to a Trump rally, he always made sure they were VIP.
Well, Shane,
treated them with class.
Well, the next thing you got to do is get him on one of my shows, my Detroit show or my Black and White show. You got to make sure, you got to tell him, President Trump, you need to come.
Oh, he'd love it. He'd love you. He'd love you, man.
Yeah.
He definitely would love you.
And Shane,
because you're a true teller.
Next time, I told you, next time you're up here, I want you in studio.
Oh, I love that.
All right.
That'd be an honor. I'm such a big fan of you and what you've done for this country. I just can't thank you enough. And like I said, I wish I could give you a hug and thank you enough for doing what you do, man.
Now, I'm going to let you guys know, I did not tell Shane or to call in. So, Shane, I really appreciate it, man. I love you, too. God bless you, and I'm so happy for you, man.
All right. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. No problem. Oh, we got Crystal. You listening to Black and White Radio. We'll be right back. I can't stand you off, Dad.
They want my soul better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Do you want your child to come back from school hating God, America, and you? If the answer is no, the solution is St. John's Lutheran School in Lombard. Hi, I'm the man, Cal. Look, I'm a Christian guy with 2 daughters out in this world, and it can get very scary. St. John's Lutheran School Lombard is the only school in all of Illinois that offers the Hillsdale College curriculum for kindergarten through 8th grade. It's a game changer. A nurturing environment with a Christian faith, traditional values, and critical thinking that teaches kids to think for themselves, not what to think. What a great thing to do for your child or grandchild. Strong academics with the Hillsdale curriculum and strong character. Go to stjohnslombard.com. That's Saint, S-T, johnslombard.com. stjohnslombard.com. It's in Lombard, Glen Ellen, Wheaton, Downers Grove, and all places nearby. stjohnslombard.com.
A Rolex isn't as cheap as a Casio, but while they last, you can buy high-end Beautyrest Black and Sealy Posturepedic mattresses for nowhere near high-end prices. Hassellus Mattress is clearing out a handful of premium floor models, like a Beautyrest Black LX Hybrid was $3,599, but now it's just $971. Only a few remain, and they will sell out. Find your employee-free Chicagoland showroom at hassellus.com.
Bad decisions limit future options. Make enough bad decisions and you'll destroy your life. Listen to The Flatline with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7. The Flatline describes a main line of resistance in your soul built on God's Word. Listen tomorrow morning for inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. That's The Flatline with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7 on AM 560. The Answer. It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and White Radio. Okay, Hoff Daddy, Crystal is Crystal from LaSalle County. You got to know who Crystal is.
I might, but your listener
I know you
doesn't.
I know.
So when you just yell out her
I
name
was excited
because
this is her first time calling into my show in a very long time, and I got excited when I saw her name.
It has been a long time. It is so nice. I just love your show. And down here in LaSalle County, we miss you. We'll get you scheduled to come down to one of our events and be a guest speaker again.
Yes.
You
hurry up because Crystal, that my calendar is really filling up now.
But the good news is he's cheap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, whatever. I'm sorry, Crystal. Go ahead.
Now, you remember, John Anthony, that I had ran for the House of Representatives in the 76th District.
I do.
Yes. And unfortunate, remember, I got primaried by a rhino.
Bishop, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. But then again, she lost to a progressive Democrat, so that was unfortunate that we lost the seat to
Who's in there now?
Muriel Brielle.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She hangs out with Lauren Underwood.
Wow.
Yeah, that group there. But, I just wanted to call and say hi. Another thing, too, we got a big event coming up on April 26th. Guess who's coming our direction?
Who's that?
Darren Bailey.
Oh, nice. He's coming all the way up north.
Yep, he's doing a book tour.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so we're going to do a 4 stops for him, one in Princeton, one in Peru at Stone Jug Barbecue, and then Sandy Hoos. She is an awesome patriot.
Yeah.
And boy, does she have a story, John Anthony. Let me tell you.
Now, this is with your group, Middle, what is it called? Middle?
Yeah, our PAC is Middle America Grassroots Action, and the acronym is MAGA. So we're the MAGA group down here in LaSalle County, Bureau County, and Livingston County.
Oh, nice. I love it. But let me know. You got my number. You still have my number. Send me a text with those dates.
Oh, I'll definitely get you those dates. Another thing, too, is that Teresa Schmidt, we joined up with Illinois State Rifle Association, so we have an alliance with them as well. So our monthly meetings are always the 4th Saturday of the month. So that's when we want you to come down to one of our meetings and talk about guns.
Hey.
All the way.
Well, I love talking about guns, so.
Oh, great. Well, I won't keep you guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll be calling back soon, and expect a text from me.
Okay. Thank you, Crystal. I really appreciate it. So good to hear from you.
And a great audience. I got to tell you this story. So when I was out campaigning, I was out in this little town in Granville, Illinois, and they want to know if I was grassroots, and I said, well, I am. And he says to me, now, do you listen to that guy by the name of John Anthony?
Oh.
I said, I do. He goes, I love that show. He goes, you know what? You got my vote.
Nice. I love it. People are listening. People are listening, Crystal. Tomorrow's my birthday, too, as well. Tomorrow. I'll be 49.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
right,
dear
don't let it go to his head.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Crystal. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Hop Daddy, how much time we got left?
We got a little less than a minute.
Oh, okay, I can go to Marion. Marion, Bentonville.
Good afternoon, John. I just wanted to call in and wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you, Marion. I really appreciate it. You hear that, Hop Daddy?
Oh, I like the fact that Marion's doing that. It's one more reason for me to not have.
Marion, you hear this guy?
I don't know. What are we going to do with him?
I don't know.
Stay busy, all right? I just...
Marion, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you for listening. You tune in every Saturday, and I really, really appreciate it.
Well, I enjoy the show, John.
Thank you. You have a good day. Hop Daddy, I feel good right now.
It's an hour in the books.
First hour gone.
Yeah.
Guys, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Black and Right Radio. Guys, hold the line. When we come back from the break, we'll take your calls. We'll be right back.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, doctors Economos, Gave Alice, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidiscipline practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930, 630-830-4930, or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560, The Answer. WIND, Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app, or tell your smart speaker to play The Answer.
Nuclear negotiations off to a good start. Fox News, I'm Jane Fergus. High praise all around for the first round of nuclear talks between the U.S. and Iran.
Iran's foreign minister called the discussions constructive and promising. Oman's top diplomat, who hosted both leaders in Oman, said, quote, "I would like to thank my two colleagues for this engagement, which took place in a friendly atmosphere, conducive to bridging viewpoints and ultimately achieving regional and global peace, security, and stability. We will continue to work together and put further efforts to assist in arriving at this goal." And here was President Trump once again aboard Air Force One talking about what he wants to see from Iran.
I want them not to have a nuclear weapon. I want Iran to be a wonderful, great, happy country.
Iranian officials said after the 2-hour meeting in Oman they'd like to meet again next week.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reporting from the White House. A legal victory for the Trump administration. A federal judge ruling that a pro-Palestinian activist can be deported.
An immigration judge overseeing Mahmoud Khalil's immigration hearing in Louisiana on Friday is citing a memo that Secretary of State Marco Rubio submitted this week. Rubio says Khalil's presence in the U.S. would undermine efforts to fight anti-Semitism. Khalil's attorneys, though, are calling the ruling a dangerous precedent, saying he hasn't been charged with a crime, and they're accusing the government of encroaching on his First Amendment rights. Khalil's legal team says he was merely a negotiator for Columbia students who are protesting against the war in Gaza. But Rubio says the administration has the authority to remove Khalil because his actions don't align with U.S. foreign policy.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro remains hospitalized with abdominal pain. Doctors say the pain is caused by a bowel obstruction related to long-term effects from when Bolsonaro was stabbed. America's listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
Tonight, breezy with increasing clouds, a shower in spots towards dawn and a low 47. Tomorrow, breezy with variable cloudiness and a high of 62. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low 54. Monday, a morning shower in the area, otherwise windy with clouds giving way to sun and a high of 61. Monday night, breezy and colder with increasing cloudiness, a couple of showers late and a low 39. I'm Jillian Ford on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
The world is spiraling out of control. Financial markets are extremely volatile. Global conflicts are escalating, and inflation is everywhere. How do you protect yourself when everything's uncertain? The answer is gold. Specifically, the 2025 1-ounce Gold Eagle in flawless NGC MS70 condition from Global Coin. It's a lifeline in these chaotic times. A rock-solid asset that has outperformed for millennia. Call 888-800-1045 right now to lock in this stunning coin for dealer cost. Just $3,199. Free shipping, no sales tax. Secure this tangible asset you can hold today. The first 100 callers get a free MS70 2025 Silver Eagle. 2 U.S. minted legal tender coins to shield you from the storm. Global Coin stands by you with a 30-day return policy because your security matters. Go to globalcoindeal.com or call 888-800-1045 today. They're knowledgeable, professional, and trustworthy. No gimmicks, just incredible coins at incredible prices. 888-800-1045. Call before it's too late.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Maha starts with Virago, making America healthy again. With the worst flu season in years, you need an immune system boost. The stronger your immune system, the stronger your body fights and defends against and. So get Virago. Virago Immune Enhancement Support is a unique blend of 23 nutraceuticals, ingredients that have been available as individual nutraceuticals, but now working in synergy to maximize their effects. Recommended by medical physicians, dentists, and other healthcare professionals, Virago is the nutraceutical cocktail for immune support. Developed to strengthen your immune system for quick response to immune challenges, for short and long-term immunity, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. It even protects your heart, kidneys, liver, all in a unique liquid supplement for better absorption. Order online at myvirago.com. That's myvirago.com. myvirago.com. Use coupon code IMMUNE to save 30%. Quality ingredients for optimum health. Maha, making America healthy again starts with Virago.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome back. Black and White Radio, hour number 2. If you missed that first hour, that as discombobulated as it was,
what's wrong with you?
Head over to 560theanswer.com.
How dare you miss the first hour?
Head over to 560theanswer.com. Download the podcast. You can listen to the show no matter where you are in this world.
And if you need to start it right now, you can go to YouTube or Rumble or Facebook and literally just rewind it 5 minutes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do that right now. I appreciate that, Hofday.
You're welcome. You never say that.
I do.
You never do.
I do.
You fail.
Okay, I failed. I failed today. How about that?
At least I pointed at you at the right time.
You did. You did. Because you've been here since day one.
I'm very considerate, and I know how much you like getting pointed at.
Yeah, well, and you're day one, so you get it. Paul gets that joke. I know because Paul's listening. And if you want to help your boy out, head over to blackandrightradio.com. Pick up some merch. Morning America. I just created a new Trump Morning in America. People have been saying to me, George.
Unlike a lot of merch, your stuff does not look dorky.
No, it doesn't.
It's pretty, yeah.
Well, I got rid of all the dorky stuff, though.
Well, you've refined your selection. Yeah.
There were over 200 and some products on there. I trimmed them down to 40 because I didn't like it. It was it was dorky and goofy.
That's like going to a restaurant where they have like 16 pages of menu.
Yeah.
You're like, what percentage of this is really going to be
Correct.
my liking?
Right. That's because I know when I go in restaurants, I already know what I want. I don't even have to look at the menu. Based upon where I'm going.
I tell them the same thing. I want the upside down snails with lots of salt. And they just look at me.
All right, can I finish? You done?
Nope.
Are you done yet? Are you done? Head over to blackandrightradio.com. People have said, how can we help you for your birthday? That's how you can help. Go purchase some merchandise. Help your brother out. I got a lot of mouths to feed. Trust me, I do. Let's go back to the phone lines. Mitchell, you've been holding for quite some time. I'm so sorry, my brother.
That's all right. Hey, John. First of all, happy birthday and solar return.
Thank you.
Number one. And second of all, I want to congratulate you. I never congratulated you on your gig in Detroit Rock City.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Number two. And number three, you're on the precipice, your solar return / birthday. Today is a full moon in Libra, which is the opposite sign of Aries.
Oh.
So when you have a solar return within 24 hours, within the climax of a full moon, that pretends to this next year that there'll be some nice positive conclusions that you've been working on for some time.
Okay.
So that's a very decent outlook for the next 12 months, FYI.
Is this Miss Cleo?
Yeah, right.
How does him living in the General Joliet area affect any of that prognosis?
Yes, it does. It affects everything, Daddy-O.
Yeah.
But what I want to talk to you about is that, and I asked this to Sean Thompson yesterday, regarding these tariffs, specifically with China. Where is the leverage point with Trump in the United States?
Wait, Mitchell, wait, go back. Somebody was saying something to me. Go back. Say that again.
So I was asking this to Sean yesterday on his show, and I wanted to know, what does Trump and the United States have leverage over China regarding the tariffs?
Their exports.
Yeah, dude, it's the fact that we buy everything.
Point?
Yeah, this is. Wait, I'm sorry, you said what?
What's the leverage point to have what I call favored nations and equal reciprocity?
Yeah.
Where's the leverage point that Trump and the United States have? There has to be something. What is it?
You tell me.
It comes down to that if they don't play ball, we have Indochina, we have Indonesia, and by the way, they want
India.
They also want the American market. Now, the fact is China is also very self-regulated, essentially, that they can be an isolationist. They also know that Americans are so codependent on Apple products and their phones, and not just that, the car, audio parts. There has to be something very detailed.
That stuff's been exempted.
Yeah. Well, Mitchell.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Mitchell, you know that Trump exempted the smartphones, computers, TVs, and semiconductors.
Oh, okay.
He exempted that today.
Okay, well, that's good news. That's very good news. I'm saying is that if he could, the deal maker, if he could strike a deal with China, he's already had some positive developments in Iran regarding their nuclear facility. If he could take those two big monsters down, get Wall Street back on its glory days like he was in his first term, I told you this last week, he'll go down as the most popular president since Washington. Do you hear what I'm saying here, Danielle?
I do. And you know what? It looks like, and I was going to call you about this whole China thing because for me, it seemed like this whole, 90-day pause and what happened prior to the tariffs, they had one intended target,
it's an
China.
Isolating move, yeah.
This was all about China.
Yeah, it's an isolating move, and I think that's probably the end goal anyway, right?
Yeah.
Because something like 45% of their entire economy is selling cheap crap to us. Plastic silverware to little kids' toys to tennis rackets to shoes that'll wear out in 5 weeks, whatever. Like that's their bread and butter.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Right now, those factories and warehouses are starting to stack up.
Yeah. Did you know what China's nominal GDP was before they entered the World Trade Organization?
Oh, it was much.
1.3 trillion.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is now? 18.4 trillion.
It has to be in the high teens.
So what does that tell you? Who got? Who's been what has China done, and who have they become in the midst of Bill Clinton and all these people allowing them into the WTO?
Well, they accurately identified that there are a great many Americans who are too lazy to care where their products are coming from.
Correct.
And so
somebody actually said that
crap on Temu and Amazon and all this other stuff. There was the show, I can't remember which show, had an oxygen concentrator guy on it. Yeah. Or it was Alfaro. It was after you last week, I think. And he was saying that basically their parts, almost all of their parts and all their assembly and all of that happens in the United States.
Correct.
And the stuff that you buy on Amazon is fake.
Yes.
And the reason it's fake is because you can't sell prescription items on Amazon. So they're forbidden from selling the real thing that won't kill you on Amazon. But the guys who are selling fake stuff that might kill you, it's open game. So there are a lot of tie-ups and loose ends and loopholes that have to be closed and sutured before you can really say, oh, yeah, we've got a handle on this. But as far as the leverage, the leverage is their entire economy.
Correct.
They have based their entire economy on shipping stuff to us.
That's
and if we stop buying, we hold. They say, oh, we're going to reciprocate tariffs. That's fine. They barely buy anything from us. I think half of what it is cars.
Yeah.
Are
we like 200 billion
Toyotas.
in the debt to China and trade? 250 billion or something like that?
It's something like 8 to 1.
Yeah. So
which is actually better than I thought it was.
Yeah, that's true. Lucas, welcome to Black and Right.
Hi, yes. Ursula von der Leyen, the president of the European Commission, has some interesting comments about everything, basically threatening that she is going to put on additional tariffs. You know what? I think the tariffs are not really a bad thing, at least from our end, because Dan Proft is saying that they're a tax. Are they really a tax, or are they more opening the markets up for America?
Well, a tariff, the government itself wouldn't pay it.
By definition, it's a tax.
It's a tax, yeah.
The market kind of will suss out who actually shoulders it. But
correct.
Yeah, it's a tax for a purpose, right?
Yeah.
This is not the Stamp Act of 1774. Like, you have to understand who the players are, right? So as long as you've got the vast majority of countries coming and trying to make a deal with us, and the Chinese saying, no, we're going to be, retributionary.
Right.
China sits on an island by itself.
Yeah, I was actually looking for that lady he was just talking about. I thought I had an audio clip on Detroit's Morning Answer.
She's the head of the EU Trade Commission.
I can't find it, though, because she said that she's willing to talk. But
a lot of that has since happened, right? So
Right.
since she said that, we paused for 90 days.
Correct.
On almost all of the European nations.
But the pause, and people are saying, well, nothing has happened. Look at the stock market. The pause is for negotiations.
Right.
And that's happening. 75
that's the point
countries.
Of leverage, right?
Right.
Is to get what you want. So why not allow yourself to get what you want?
Yeah, but these people hate Donald Trump so much that they can care less about any of that.
Yeah, I mean, intellectual honesty need not apply.
Let's.
You got less than a minute.
No, we'll hold. Eduardo, hold the line. We'll take you when we get back. But I think this hate Trump. A lot of people say, I was listening to progressive radio coming in, and they were like, they think the Democrats are going to take back the House. With what? With their plan? What plan?
Look, Nancy Pelosi from 1998 or 2004 could absolutely take back the House because she was preaching everything that Trump's doing right now.
Yes.
The same thing with Bernie Sanders. The same thing with Schumer.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy is rampant.
It is beyond rampant. It's hilarious in some regards. They don't have a plan, Hoff Daddy. There's no plan. You're listening to Black and White Radio on AM 560 The Answer. Why don't hold the line? We'll take you when we get back.
Charlie Kirk sees a politician keeping his promises.
Trump is starting our 1,000-mile journey with a great big leap. But most importantly is he's fulfilling the promises that he made. You want to see a much more dramatic, horrifying political moment? If President Trump would have just said, just kidding, just like every other politician, I say one thing and do another. Instead, it's promises made, promises kept.
The Charlie Kirk Show, weekdays at 11, right before Hugh Hewitt at 2 on AM 560. The Answer.
McDonald's Corporation has an opening for Cloud Engineer 2 in Chicago, Illinois. Job duties include participating in the design and solutioning of software development and deployment processes. May telecommute from anywhere in the United States. The expected salary range for this role is $98,140 to $125,130 per year. In determining your pay, they may also consider your experience and other job-related factors. Apply at smrtr.io/QPWJL.
Larry Elder here. Do not miss my new movie called Electric Vehicles, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Are EVs really better for the planet than gas-powered vehicles?
Torque is instantaneous. The batteries are lasting very long.
Sitting in the parking lot just burst into flames.
We're going to be relying on China.
It's not just a movie about cars. It's about how we choose to shape our future. Electric Vehicles, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Produced by Impactful Pictures. Watch it or buy the DVD on April 22nd at salemnow.com.
We always use M13. They can print anything.
They design and price match. M13 does amazing work.
M13 Graphics has helped make our brand stand out. They're definitely the best for less.
Before M13, amateur. With M13, we look awesome.
M13 Graphics, Chicago's leader in full-color design and printing. Set your business up for success with exceptional print products. Turned around in just 24 to 48 hours. Business cards, postcards, posters, banners, brochures, apparel, you name it. M13 will design and print nearly anything for your business. They have the right people in place and a reputation that keeps customers happy and coming back for more. They're a Chicago company that embodies the idea of business integrity. They live it every day. After all, in this country, you're free to do business with who you choose. Respect that freedom. Choose the best. For speedy turnaround, excellent service, and the best pricing in Chicagoland, choose M13 Graphics for all your design and printing. Online at M13.com. Visit M13.com or call now, toll free, 877-M13-1913. That's 877-M13-1913. The following advertisement includes a celebrity impersonation.
You know, nothing beats the comfort of a perfectly heated home.
And when it comes to heating your home, Air Right Heating and Cooling does it the best.
And they love our country. Beautiful people.
Air Right Heating and Cooling is fast. When your furnace breaks down, they'll fix it right away.
Just like that. Big time results. No waiting around. You get the job done right. And let's face it, who doesn't love being warm, right? It's beautiful. When it's freezing, I crank up that amazing furnace. Burn, baby, burn. Trust me, you'll say, wow, I've never felt this warm in my life.
If you like keeping your hard-earned money, then contact Air Right Heating and Cooling and tell them AM 560 sent you to receive $56 off any service.
Unbelievable.
Visit Air Right Heating and Cooling today at AIR-RITE.com. Again, that's AIR-RITE.com. Air Right Heating and Cooling. Doing it right since 1959.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. 92.7 and AM 1400, The Answer in Detroit, Michigan. Let's go to, whoa, what happened? Let's go to the phone lines. Eduardo.
Hey, John.
What's up, brother?
Good afternoon. Feliz cumpleaños. Yeah, I'm glad to see George's co-hosting with you. You should be doing more co-hosting in the future with you.
Yeah, I agree. I love Puff Daddy.
I'm just here to hit buttons. I'm co-hosting in order to annoy him.
But see, you guys can't hear whenever he does come across the messages he sends me. You haven't sent me a message today.
I haven't needed to.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh, wow. Go ahead, Eduardo.
Yeah, so hopefully the Trump administration is going to hold the line on Mr. Abrego Garcia and Mohammed Khalil because their asses need to be stay overseas.
Yeah.
They're criminals. Yeah.
I agree with you.
He's a gang member. Garcia's a gang member, and this Khalil is a Gaza agitator. So this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
These people have never. Yeah. These people sit in offices. They don't know what the hell's going on. They never lived in the hood.
Wait, Eduardo. Listen to Caroline Levitt discuss this because the president of El Salvador is coming here.
For decades, President Trump is finally doing it.
Caroline, real quick, the president of El Salvador is coming to the White House on Monday. Does President Trump want him to bring Kilmar Abrego Garcia with him?
The Supreme Court made their ruling last night very clear that it's the administration's responsibility to facilitate the return, not to effectuate the return. I believe the Department of Justice just filed another brief in the lower court. I would defer you to that for any updates. But as you mentioned, President Bukele will be here at the White House on Monday to talk about the cooperation that is at an all-time high, and we very much appreciate.
There you go. What the heck is this about, Eduardo? Is he going to bring the criminal on his plane with him? No!
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Was that a criminal or was that a guy who was accidentally wrapped up in it?
No, he was still he was still part of the gang.
He was just legally here.
No, he was illegally here. He was still an illegal immigrant. Huh?
Yeah, check this out. New York Parole Board, they make $190,000. There's a Tanya Augustini. She's over there in New York. She married a murderer, Thomas O'Sullivan, and he got off.
Wow.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
It's ridiculous. And Doge, just one more last thing. Doge, 3 states, $300 million in fraud funds. California, New York, and Massachusetts. All on Daily Mail if you want to check it out.
Wow. Thanks, Eduardo. Appreciate the call, man. Oh, my guy, Kevin from Vegas. You haven't called in a while.
It's been a while, but I'm always listening to the podcast. I'm just able to catch you live today. It's great. I'm real happy to be here and live on the air.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, for sure, buddy. Question for you: Is Detroit's Morning Answer, is that available streaming yet or no?
Yes, you got to go to theanswerdetroit.com. That's theanswerdetroit.com.
Excellent. Good. Need some more material. And I want to second Eduardo. It's great to hear George chiming in today as well. Give me some old Liberty Hour vibes. I like it.
Well, what Kevin doesn't want you to know is the material he's gathering is blackmail material.
I understand, Kevin. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you guys. You were talking about all the hatred for Trump and it's amazing these stances that these people can just take. You were talking about Doge in the first hour. I mean, how funny is it that you have all of these people on the left just fighting, trying to get all this stuff on track? It's all, they're exposing themselves. It's hysterical.
Yeah. And Kevin, I think Elon alluded to that there might be some elected officials who may get caught up in this. Doge.
Might be? Come on.
Well,
of course.
Well, we have to allege until we see proof.
Right. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but the proof would be nice. But I mean, just take these clowns out, man. I
agree.
I can't see any other reason why. I mean, I know why the people are pushing back because the TV's telling them to.
Yeah.
But the politicians, it's pretty obvious they don't want to lose that supplemental income.
Of course, and you know what? They also don't want to. They want to stop what happened with Hunter Biden. How he made all of his millions. I mean, that's the gravy train that they want. That Doge is trying to end.
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious to anybody who knows what's going on. I mean, it's please fix it, because I mean, I think you've talked about it before too. When you overload all these roles, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. I mean, who are the people who ultimately end up suffering?
Yeah,
the people who need it the most.
Yep, I agree. Thank you and Kevin, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you calling in.
Oh, for sure. Hey, you guys going to do any of the cigar nights? Either one of you? I think I'm going to fly in.
Well, I'm supposed to be doing one in Detroit, so I'm waiting to see that on the 20th. May 20th.
Before ours.
Yeah, May 20th. I'm supposed to be doing one in Detroit.
We got to nail that down.
Yeah. I won't be able to do a Detroit, but I'll definitely. I think I'm going to fly in for the probably the Oak Forest one again over at Gaelic Park.
That's the one I might be able to come to and attend because I'll be coming back from Detroit. So.
All right, excellent.
Thanks, Kevin.
We might be coming back to Detroit.
Oh, you going?
Well, I said I was going to try to make a road trip of it. If you had to go to Detroit, I'd go with you.
Nice. Let's do it.
So
let's do it. Phil from Tinley Park.
Hey, John.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
And George, who I've never met.
Hoff Daddy, man. No, he's Hoff Daddy or Macbeth.
If we could go back
Hoff
to
Daddy.
pretending I don't exist, that would be fantastic.
Not on this show.
I just want to say, as the Trumpiest candidate for congressman in Illinois 6, there's some things I want to point out. I want to get everyone up to speed on the trajectory of the Republican Party currently, where it's headed. And the stock market's greatly, the C-suite and the elitists and the globalists. Between me and Sean Casten, which of us do you think is more like in line with those people? It's Sean Casten, no question.
Yeah.
And with the communist and with the CCP, it's Sean Casten, no question. He's freaking out that they're about to. We've got complete, disentanglement well underway now. I celebrate that.
Yeah.
I'm so in favor of that. I can't even. And where we're headed here, I think, and this is black and right. So the black audience is a part of this.
Oh well, but wait. No. Let me help you out, Phil. Black and right audience is not only nationwide, it's international too. So it has people
cornucopia types of people.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people listening to this show. Trust me.
Okay, I'll have to recalibrate. I'm gonna try to finish my thought.
Hurry up, quickly. We got more callers on the line.
Well, it's just that it's a populist nationalist movement, and everybody's invited. And I guess that's all I wanted to say.
Phil, you're the man. Once you declare, you got to come into the studio so we can do your interview.
Sign my petition. You in Illinois 6?
No. I'm in 14.
Okay. Well, I got to get the ball rolling.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Phil. Man on the Street, you had an interesting couple of days, have you?
Hello. It's Mark Barmore, Man on the Street.
He didn't even hear me.
You got me on there?
Go ahead, man.
Happy birthday. It's Mark Barmore, Man on the Street. Yeah, I've been to a bunch of public meetings this week, but Thursday I went out to Deerfield, District 109, about 400 people at the school board meeting to discuss this event that apparently 13 girls were in the girls' locker room, and they were made to, this is what they're alleging, a biological male was in there with them, and they made them change in front of this.
Yeah.
And there's a big to-do about this. Even Pam Bondi might get involved in it. So I went to the meeting and spoke. I was fairly well received because I said we should work this out, but I did say that there's two genders, males and females, and boys should not be playing girls' sports. And it was crazy that there's so many people pushing this. And I'm wondering why the four administrators are pushing this. Was it an accident, or is this some agenda they really want to disrupt things in school? So it was quite the meeting. It's on YouTube if you want to see it. It's on my Facebook page.
Yeah, I saw it on your X account.
So, yeah, it's crazy. And I spoke. They didn't want me to speak because I didn't live there. And I said, well, I have a First Amendment right to speak. And I am a taxpayer. And it's just interesting how these school boards, and this is all over the country.
Yeah, that's true. She's going to be at an event coming up. I'm actually going to have Janelle and Minister Latasha Fields, who's waiting right now to get in. We're going to be talking about that event that Nicole's going to be at.
I don't know about you, but I found it riveting.
All right, thanks, Mark. Appreciate the call, man. I'm watching YouTube, the comments. Did you know YouTube cut out Amar Bannon live show, like as it was happening, because Bannon is permanently banned from YouTube?
Yikes.
That is insane. You listening to Black and Right. Hold the line. We'll be right back.
After all, don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
For nearly a decade, AM 560 has marked the start of summer with a night of cigar smoking and great conversation. And this year, we've expanded Cigar Night to 2 nights. Wednesday, May 21st at Gobert's Farm in Pingree Grove, and Thursday, May 22nd at Gaelic Park in Oak Forest. Featuring the great Larry Elder, along with AM 560's Dan Proft and Sean Thompson. Tickets are on sale now at 560theanswer.com/cigar. That's 560theanswer.com/cigar. Sponsored by Air Right Heating and Cooling.
News, I'm Jack Callahan. The White House says talks with Iran today about its nuclear program were constructive. Iran's foreign minister says they'd like to meet again a week from now.
These talks mark the first discussion with Iran since President Trump withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal during his first term. Now, the White House says the ultimate goal here is for Iran never to get their hands on a nuclear weapon.
That's Fox's Dana Marie McNichol. An immigration judge says pro-Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil can be removed from the U.S.
Khalil's attorneys, though, are calling the ruling a dangerous precedent, saying he hasn't been charged with a crime, and they're accusing the government of encroaching on his First Amendment rights. Khalil's legal team says he was merely a negotiator for Columbia students who are protesting against the war in Gaza.
It's Fox's Madeline Rivera. An appeal is likely. America is listening to Fox News.
First class isn't as cheap as Coach, and you can't buy Prada for a Fruit of the Loom price. But while they last, you can buy high-end Beautyrest Black and Sealy Posturepedic mattresses for nowhere near high-end prices. Hassellus Mattress is clearing out a handful of premium floor models. These are the best of the best, and now you can get them for way less. Like a Beautyrest Black LX Hybrid was $3,599, but now it's just $971. Or a Sealy Posturepedic Golden Acres Pillow Top was $1,093, but the floor model is just $546. Visit any employee-free Hassellus showroom and test your favorite floor model without salespeople breathing down your neck. You won't find these mattresses priced this low anywhere else. It's like buying a Lamborghini for $10,000 just because it sat on the showroom floor. Only a few floor models are available at each Hassellus mattress location, and when they're gone for good. Find your employee-free Chicagoland showroom at Hassellus.com.
Your business is under attack 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a fact. Small businesses are the low-hanging fruit. You may think you're protected, but you're vulnerable in many ways, and cyber attackers actively prey on small businesses. But Turnkey can protect you. Turnkey is the key to cyber protection. Turnkey has a quick and efficient 12-point evaluation to determine if your business, your profits, are at risk. And right now, for a limited time, Turnkey is offering the first month of service to all new customers free. Peace of mind, free. It includes all Microsoft licensing, antivirus, anti-malware, and completed data backup both on-site and off-site, plus help desk support. Don't leave you, your employees, and your customers vulnerable. Talk to Turnkey. Visit turnkey.pro. 3 decades of experience. That's turnkey.pro. Turnkey, the champion of small business. Spring, a time to get outside, be active, play with the grandkids, enjoy life. But if high blood pressure is holding you back, the sooner you get control of it, the sooner you'll stop being a walking time bomb. High blood pressure is a serious issue. Your blood vessels are constricted, your mortality risk is high. So what can you do besides take medications with side effects? Well, there's a delicious juice that can help bring your numbers back down. It's called 120 Life, and it has natural ingredients that have shown to lower blood pressure. Yes, a superfood juice is showing amazing results for high blood pressure without the side effects of big pharma medication. Try 120 Life risk-free now with a 2-week trial pack. Go to 120life.com and use coupon code 560 to save 15% and get free shipping. They're so sure it can lower your blood pressure in 2 weeks, they'll give your money back if you're not satisfied. Order now. That's 120life.com. Use coupon code 560 at checkout for 15% off.
Honey, we're not moving, but we gotta do something about this kitchen.
Funny you mention it. I just stopped by Forever Remodeling's new showroom in Niles. I saw over a dozen kitchen and bathroom layouts they designed. They even offered to stop by the house and give us a free in-home design consultation.
What'd you tell them?
That we're free today?
Visit foreverremodeling.com today. That's the number 4, everremodeling.com. Forever Remodeling, stress-free and high-quality remodeling.
Attention American homeowners, you're under attack. Your home and equity could be vulnerable to cyber thieves. There's only one company that completely stops them, and that company is Equity Protect. Equity Protect prevents any attempts to steal your home, equity, and ownership 24/7. Get your free risk report today by texting the word HOME to 94878. That's right, text the word HOME to 94878 to get your free risk report. Keep your equity and legacy safe with Equity Protect.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio. Let's go to Ramona. I'm sorry, we're going to have to reschedule this interview because I got another interview in. So I'll call you and reschedule it, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Take care. That's supposed to be in the 5 o'clock interview.
Yeah, I know. She was a little confused sometimes, but we'll get it in.
That's fine. Wow. So, you've been all over the news, Minister Latasha Fields. Causing trouble, going down to Springfield, causing trouble. Did you guys hire Will Estrada, or was this? How did he get involved in this HB 2827, the homeschool bill? Get a couple closer.
He works for HSLDA.
Yeah, go over to this mic over here. Yeah.
He works for HSLDA.
Nope, still nothing. I don't hear.
Hold on, I've got to reset this thing.
He's resetting it. Okay, Jack, is yours on?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Oh, yeah, no.
I can't hear anything.
Don't worry about it. Guess what? Hi, guys. Hey, it's my birthday. Oh, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be 49 years old. I cannot believe. While we're fixing that, let's do this. You ever heard of the Democrat clown show?
50 days from today, Donald Trump must, by law, fire Elon Musk. Last night, 76 House Democrats sent a clear message to President Trump. The clock is ticking. Since the beginning of this administration, Trump and Musk have exploited Musk's designation as a so-called special government employee to allow Musk to receive over $8 million a day in federal government contracts and subsidies while ignoring our conflict of interest.
Here's what I want to know. Why are these Democrats so mad? You know, they're so mad. These Democrats are so mad. This is what this is leading to. I don't know if you guys know, you heard that there was another arrest, a guy who called for the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. He's from, guess where? Butler, Pennsylvania. What the hell is happening in Butler, Pennsylvania? You know, but this is where we're finding ourselves, and this is the type of rhetoric that they're pushing. It leads to people saying stuff like this.
Tell us what you mean by this.
Well, I mean that it won't fix all the problems, but it sure is a great start. That Liberation Day should not be connected to what he has done. That is not liberation. And I just hope for this country that we can rise above this. And the good way to start might be to have somebody leave. So, you know, we can all hope.
Do you wish that guy Trump never missed?
Yes, 3 inches. Who would have ever thought that I would be so excited about, getting an additional 3 inches? But I really was hoping, and it would have really cemented the idea.
It gets better.
I just I really regret that he wasn't on the target.
Do you think another
talking about the assassination?
Oh, I sure hope so. I mean, this is the unfortunate part, that this whole debacle this last 8 to 10 years has absolutely made me this kind of person. I would never have guessed that I would wish for the demise of another person, but I hope, I can't wait for it to happen. I think he'll be forever sealed and cemented in the minds of millions of people as some sort of deity, but not in a mine.
Lady is calling for the assassination of Donald Trump. The assassination.
We can try these mics again.
She's calling for the assassination of Donald Trump. You can sit right here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sit right here. You just got on Hop Daddy's enemy list. Opening the studio door. I'm helping you here.
Dollar goes in the jar.
But to call for the assassination attempt of a sitting president, not the assassination attempts that actually happened, but Donald Trump is the sitting president right now. She held a sign basically that was talking about she wanted to see Donald Trump die. Secret Service, I hope somebody, because I know there's a Secret Service agent that listens to the show. I can't say who, but I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Please go visit her. She needs to be visited. I think I can hear you.
Oh, yes, I think you can. Yeah, I'm here. On? All right.
No, you're not on yet. Go here.
Yeah. How about now?
There you go. Yeah. Oh, we fixed the problem. Hop Daddy's a genius.
Yes.
He's the genius of AM 560.
Look, if you hit all the buttons, eventually
something works.
Something.
Okay, so now, the homeschool bill.
Yes.
Now, I've interviewed people. I interviewed Will Estrada on the Chicago Morning Answer. I interviewed him on this show. And I interviewed a couple of other people. We shouted you out. I don't know if he told you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Why now? Of all the times to come after homeschoolers, why now?
Oh, it's a few reasons, but your earlier question when we didn't have any mics was who is Will Estrada? So he is one of the senior counsels at Homeschool Legal Defense Association, and so he is our attorney for the state of Illinois, and so that's why he's in front.
That's music. I hear the music. Faintly, George. That's real faint. I can hear that. You're listening to Black and Right. We'll finish this discussion when we come back from break, and we'll be calmer. We'll be right back.
Are you an administrator, staff member, or parent volunteer at a private school? Would you like to grow your current enrollment and welcome new families to your school? If so, we want to tell you about a great opportunity to help increase enrollment and promote your school to families all across Chicagoland. It's called ChicagolandSchoolVouchers.com. They work to connect private schools with new families who are looking for discounted first-year tuition. In exchange, your school will receive a marketing campaign to help grow your enrollment. Chicagoland School Vouchers does all the work to bring new families together with your school and help you expand your reach. They've been working with schools across Chicagoland for over a decade. As the demand for school choice grows here in Illinois, your private school needs to take advantage of this program. To learn more, just visit ChicagolandSchoolVouchers.com. That's ChicagolandSchoolVouchers.com.
Mike Lindell and his employees want to personally thank you for your continued support of MyPillow. They have a big allotment of their bed sheets that were earmarked for the box stores this spring. Well, they did it again. The box stores didn't come through, so they're going to pass the savings on to you. Now there is no middleman, so you're going to get wholesale prices on their famous Giza Dreams and Percale bed sheets. Giza Dream queen size normally $139.98. Your wholesale price $69.99. King size only $79.99. Percale queen size normally $89.98. Your wholesale price $29.98. King size only $34.98. So go to mypillow.com and use promo code LIBERTY or call 800-489-0201. Free shipping options available. This allotment won't last long. When they're gone, they're gone. So remember, go to mypillow.com and use promo code LIBERTY or call 800-489-0201 to get these amazing wholesale offers.
When you hear the term living better, what do you think about? More money, a bigger house, maybe a yacht? What about how you feel physically? How do you wake up each day? How do you sleep during the night? What activities you can and cannot do? When you feel good, life is good. So if pain is affecting your life, see how Relief Factor can help. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally, developed by doctors. It doesn't just mask pain temporarily. It helps reduce or even eliminate pain. How do I know? Absolutely am a customer. I take Relief Factor daily. No lower back pain for me anymore. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. Give their 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day. Just one phone call, 800-4-RELIEF, 800-4-RELIEF. Relief Factor, relief wherever you're hurting in 3 weeks or even days. Relief Factor can give you a chance to rediscover the true meaning of living better again. Visit ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF. That's 800-4-RELIEF for the one and only Relief Factor.
Black and Right continues. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right. Sitting in the studio with somebody who is very dynamic speaker, does a lot for the homeschool community, Minister Latasha Fields. Now we can finish now. We can finish.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me, John.
Yeah, no problem. But I know who Will Estrada is.
Okay.
So, but why the fight against homeschoolers now? And not only just a fight, they want to send you guys to jail.
Yes. And in my opinion, there's a couple of reasons of why we're seeing this fight. And I'm going to kind of go from 3 to 1 instead of 1 to 3.
Yeah.
1, they're losing bodies in the public school system. And so we know already, the money, right? And so because of, and I would just say since COVID, since 2020, the government education system has been exposed, greatly exposed. And most parents all over the country, especially here in Illinois, have withdrawn their children because of the level of indoctrination and the poor proficiency levels.
Yes.
And so that's what I think it is. And so with the homeschool bill that Representative Tara Costa Howard is proposing to regulate homeschooling, what's very draconian about this bill is that the bill is from a lobbying group in Massachusetts.
What?
Yes. The acronyms are CRHE, the Coalition of Responsible Home Education. And so this is a group of alumni homeschoolers disgruntled by the way they were homeschooled.
Oh, my.
Now, this is the thing. They try to cover up the real reason, okay? Yeah. The real reason why they exist.
Yeah.
And one page on their website tells you everything you need to know that ties into the progressive left agenda, the Democratic agenda, and the one world globalist agenda. And they say on their website that we, homeschoolers, are parental rights extremists. And the first reason is because we think we have the ultimate control or the absolute control over our children.
Yeah.
And I say, yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
As you should.
Yeah, we do. And secondly, on their site, they go into extensiveness about we as parental rights extremists, we want to ban books out of the libraries. We want to punish LGBTQ plus children. And then we don't want to allow our children to express themselves in terms of health and medical access. So we know what that means. We're talking about the gender ideology, the transgender ideology. And so for me and many homeschoolers will agree that, as I keep saying, this is a religious war. Because when you talk about indoctrination, that's religious, right? Yeah. And so that's what the thing is. We as homeschoolers in the state of Illinois, homeschooling has been free for 75 years.
Yeah.
You're talking about 75 years.
Well, not free.
Well, not free, but the freedoms.
No. When you say that, it's the hardest. I don't know if any of you have ever homeschooled. I did. It is
it's a sacrifice.
It costs you a lot.
It costs you as the parent, but it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But legally speaking, in terms of the law with People versus Levinson since 1950, homeschooling in Illinois has been unpinned.
Yeah.
Now, homeschooling across the country has only been 40 years.
Yeah.
And so here in the state of Illinois, what I like to pinpoint to people, you know, as tyrannical as HB 2827 is, I'm not looking at just HB 2827. I'm looking at all the legislation in the state of Illinois, because in order to get to HB 2827, you have to see everything that's been anti-parent in this state.
Correct.
You have to see everything that they've been doing that's been anti-family and anti-school choice.
Yeah.
And so this is just the last standing options that parents have in this state in terms of alternative education to conventional education. And so we know about the Invest in Kids Act.
Yeah.
They sunsetted
it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
And so these were the last two options, and that sunsetted in 2023. So this is the last thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, they're just pissed.
Right.
They hate what we're doing, that we are giving our children.
That's a forbidden word here.
No, I'm just
kidding. No.
Don't do that, John. Oh my God.
No, it is. It depends on how you say it.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Well,
forbidden
they're
word.
upset. They're upset. You just don't give me
This is their second time.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with.
Oh my goodness. So yes.
But so Jackie Janelle, is that what a lot of what this? I was asking for a flyer. I saw that you brought in flyers. I mean, Jackie. But is this one of the things that you guys are looking to discuss at this event coming up on April 23rd at the Drake?
Absolutely. Jacqueline,
Yeah.
if you want to elaborate.
Look at her.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not shy anymore?
No.
Oh.
All of those mics
Never.
should work now.
All of the mics should work. Go ahead and talk into them.
Testing.
Go ahead. Yep, it worked. Okay, go ahead, Jackie.
Perfect. Yeah, that's why we actually asked Latasha to come and speak at our event, is because this is such a huge deal in Illinois.
Yeah.
And she is such a powerhouse. I ran into Latasha a few years ago when I decided to homeschool my kids during COVID. And she is such a necessary voice in this movement. So that's why we decided to ask her to come.
Yeah, when she brought the fire, I mean, it was cold when we were out there with those rallies, but she brought the fire, didn't she?
That's right.
And Janelle, you guys are also bringing, is it Nicole Georges? You guys are bringing her as well because of what happened in Deerfield, correct?
Yeah. She has been such an important voice in what is going on in these schools, because most of the parents that the other children, they've all pretty much abandoned her. So she is on a ship.
So she's
all
by herself now?
Oh, yeah.
So what would Mark Weiermuller was talking about, because they just had another meeting the other day.
And of course they packed it. They bring people in. They have a very well-funded group on Facebook that I think Doge needs to look into, because it just seems...
You're talking about that Trans of Illinois, something like that?
It seems like there's more funding than... I thought it was like a grassroots group. It definitely is not.
No, that's
Speaking to the mic.
That's nothing new. That was how it was in 2019 in District
George
211
Yeah.
when they
Really?
when they were passing the.
That's right, because you're girls.
Yeah, Casey was going to be a freshman, and that's when they were passing the new policy, because the policy that was already in place was the trans get the space in the locker room. That was still discriminatory, so they needed them to have full access.
Wow. And I want to talk about that when we get back from break. As a parent whose child plays sports, how do you feel about that? You're listening to Black and White Radio. We'll be right back.
Have you heard a lot of buzz about tariffs?
No.
Really?
What's a tariff?
It's a tax on imported goods.
Well, I've never heard of tariffs because 92.3% of Penny Mustard's furniture is made in the USA.
True.
In fact, most of it is built by local craftsmen and women right here in the Midwest.
And locally sourced furniture will never have a tariff on it.
Can we talk about this later? I'm tired of hearing about these tariffs.
So I guess you can say that all this talk about tariffs is taxing.
PennyMustard.com.
Can you afford not to have effective video surveillance? Is your outdoor inventory at risk? Theft and vandalism can hit your bottom line hard. Stop these events before they happen. Monitor your business 24/7 with alarm detection systems. We prevent crime with live operators watching video alerts, ensuring your assets and employees are secure. It's not worth the liability when you can effectively protect what matters most. Call ADS at 1-630-844-6322 or visit adsalarm.com for a free demo. Alarm license number 127000143. Spending too much on security guards to patrol your property? With rising crime rates, guards may not be enough. And the cost, it's adding up fast. At Alarm Detection Systems, we offer a more innovative solution. Live video monitoring. Cameras provide extra coverage in even the hardest to reach areas. Unlike guards, they never get intimidated. Our operators watch video alerts in real time, cut costs, increase coverage, and stay secure. Call ADS at 1-630-844-6322 or visit adsalarm.com for a free demo. Alarm license number 127000143.
Hey, heard you're getting ready to move. We just listed our house on the market. Just make sure you have the right attorney. Doesn't the real estate agent take care of all that? They stay involved, but you want to make sure you have a great lawyer that's negotiating the terms, helping resolve inspection items, clearing up title issues, preparing the deed and other documents, and attending the closing.
The attorneys at Nauman & Associates in Elk Grove Village have decades of experience handling real estate transactions every day all over Chicagoland. NALawGroup.com.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. Joined in studio by Minister Latasha Fields. Jacqueline, how do you say your last name?
Just Garrettson.
Okay.
Albany.
Okay.
Albany.
Janelle.
Albany.
Which name are you going by now? Pal, Town? Which one? How many Facebook pages you
who I'm
have?
mad at.
You're right. And Sherry Erlacher. Sherry, but as a mom, and you had one girl, and she's doing amazing. Congrats to her career in college. But you also have another daughter that's in school now. As a parent of a daughter that changes in locker rooms, how would you feel if a man joined the team and was undressing right in front of your girls?
We would have a problem. a lot of problems. Thankfully, both my girls made it out of Fremd without any of that.
Yeah.
Even though that is our policy.
Yeah, it is the policy.
It
there.
is the policy since 2019.
Are there any sports at that? Is it 211? I believe it is.
It is 211.
Has there ever been an incident like what happened in Deerfield there in 211 at all? Anywhere in 211?
Not that I'm aware of. And I haven't had any parents tell me about any of it. So, I mean.
But as women, I mean, where are the feminists? As women, can you guys tell me where the feminists who fought for Title IX, who fought for independence, who fought for their own rights? Why are they so silent? Anybody can take that.
I think it's fear. I think it's a fear and a bullying spirit. I think the adults are woefully indoctrinated, because you're right, we had the suffrage movement, we had the feminist movement, and while more women, I would say, are not defending the rights of women.
Yeah.
Because this bill, this whole transgender ideology is such a dangerous invasion of our daughter's privacy.
Yeah.
Amen.
And I mean, it's extremely harmful.
Yeah.
And of course we know across the country lawsuits are mounting up. And it just is almost stripping away our girls' dignity.
Right.
Well, they're trying to cancel girls.
Yeah.
So why even have girls' sports? I keep saying, my daughter plays sports too, and I keep saying, well, why not just form a trans team? If there's so many, let them play against each other.
I don't think there's that many, though.
No, it's not.
No,
that's
the thing.
The big
and
lie.
that's right.
Yeah.
And that is.
And think about what you just said, Janelle. They're trying to cancel girls, but then they're not. They're trying to usher in a spirit.
Yes.
Okay, this spirit. Can I
demonic.
say this other word on here?
Well, go ahead.
The H word, the homosexuality word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you whisper though?
She's afraid of you now.
Wait.
You yelled at her twice.
You do realize your whisper can still be heard, right?
Very good microphone.
It's just a very good microphone.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, it is to destroy. It's a better word, to destroy the biological woman, to destroy what God ordained as male and female, and it's to usher in this human 2.0, this spirit of homosexuality, because so it's an effeminizing spirit, and so they want to effeminize all our young men and push the biological women to the back, because hey, at the end of this thing, this is what it's about. This false church, this false religion that wants to just do a global takeover and this level of indoctrination.
It all started with soy.
Huh?
It all started with soy. They
soy
started
boys?
putting soy in everything.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just, boys got estrogen now. They've all grown man boobs.
Now, why is George Papadopoulos a part of this and
George,
Simona?
so this is a night of American what do we title it again, Jacqueline?
Awakening America's Golden Age.
Thank you. So basically, George was targeted for his association with Donald Trump, and he was lower on the totem pole, and that's how they usually do these things. And he was in a position of, he was working for the energy sector, and what happened was they tried to bait him with all of these tactics, like a honeypot, and then money, and it didn't work. He was so smart. He gave the money to his attorney, but it was $10,000 cash. Anyway, long story short, he spent 8 days in prison and ended up getting out because he wouldn't talk. They had nothing. He had nothing.
Well, I know I said I'd give you guys 30 minutes. Can you guys stick around for the next segment?
We thought we were staying all night.
Oh, boy. Here we go. You're listening to Black and Right, Hour 3. Hey, hold on. Hour 3 coming up next.
Larry Elder here, and I'm excited to tell you about my new movie called Electric Vehicles, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Now, I love my gas-powered car, but I also care about the planet. And so I pose the question, are EVs really better for the planet than gas-powered vehicles?
An electric vehicle is a computer with 4 wheels and some seats.
Torque is instantaneous. The batteries are lasting very long.
Charging them at your house using solar is amazing.
What do you do with these batteries when they go bad? Long distance, they create anxiety. Sitting in the parking lot just burst into flames.
The components are made in China, so there could be tracking mechanisms put into Americans' cars.
We're going to be relying on China.
It's not just a movie about cars. It's about how we choose to shape our future and the ethical, environmental, and security issues they create. Electric Vehicles, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, produced by Impactful Pictures. Watch it or buy the DVD on April 22nd at salemnow.com. That's salemnow.com.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560, The Answer. WIND, Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app, or tell your smart speaker to play The Answer Chicago.
Talks with Iran constructive. I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News. That's what the White House says about today's first round of talks about Tehran's nuclear program, as Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reports from the White House.
Iran's foreign minister called the discussions constructive and promising. Oman's top diplomat, who hosted both leaders in Oman, said, quote, "I would like to thank my 2 colleagues for this engagement, which took place in a friendly atmosphere, conducive to bridging viewpoints and ultimately achieving regional and global peace, security, and stability. We will continue to work together and put further efforts to assist in arriving at this goal." And here was President Trump once again aboard Air Force One talking about what he wants to see from Iran.
I want them not to have a nuclear weapon. I want Iran to be a wonderful, great, happy country.
Now, Iranian officials said after the 2-hour meeting in Oman they'd like to meet again next week.
The president has said that military action is an option to prevent Iran from developing a nuclear weapon. A federal judge has ruled that pro-Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil can be deported for his role in the Columbia University campus protests. As Fox's C.B. Cotton reports,
Mahmoud Khalil's attorneys are expected to file applications to try and stop his deportation. The judge cited a memo from Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who wrote that Khalil's beliefs, statements, or associations would compromise U.S. foreign policy interest. In court, Khalil's attorneys slammed that memo and argued the government is violating Khalil's right to free speech. The Trump administration is counting the ruling a win. Secretary Kristi Noem writing, quote, "It is a privilege to be granted a visa or green card to live and study in the United States of America."
Khalil's legal team has just over 10 days to file its relief applications. 4 people hospitalized after being rescued from the rubble of that roof collapse at a popular nightclub in the Dominican Republic have now died. That raises to 225 the number of people killed. Americans listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
Breezy tonight with increasing clouds, a shower in spots towards dawn and a low 47. Breezy with variable cloudiness tomorrow and a high of 62. Mostly cloudy tomorrow night with a low of 54. A morning shower in the area Monday, otherwise windy with clouds giving way to sun and a high of 61. Breezy and colder Monday night with increasing cloudiness, a couple of showers late and a low of 39. I'm Jillian Ford on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Our local hospitals are the heartbeat of our communities, delivering critical care every hour of every day for everyone, training the next generation of caregivers. Beyond the walls, their benefit to the community is everywhere, driving the local economy and supporting local organizations, initiatives, and neighbors. Illinois hospitals, healing communities. Learn more at team-iha.org. Sponsored by the Illinois Health and Hospital Association. Aired in cooperation with the Illinois Broadcasters Association and this station.
She's gone from reporting on the sidelines to making sense of the headlines. It's the Michelle Tafoya podcast.
The media is trying to lampoon this group. Yes, they are. They're calling them a bunch of 19-year-olds in hoodies. People go to war as soon as they're 18. You're okay with that. But a 19-year-old genius trying to help the Treasury save money? Oh, God forbid.
Subscribe to the Michelle Tafoya podcast today on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, or at SalemPodcastNetwork.com.
Mike Lindell and his employees want to personally thank you for your continued support of MyPillow. They have a big allotment of their bed sheets that were earmarked for the box stores this spring. Well, they did it again. The box stores didn't come through, so they're going to pass the savings on to you. Now there is no middleman, so you're going to get wholesale prices on their famous Giza Dreams and Percale bed sheets. Giza Dream Queen Size normally $139.98. Your wholesale price $69.99. King Size only $79.99. Percale Queen Size normally $89.98. Your wholesale price $29.98. King size only $34.98. So go to mypillow.com and use promo code LIBERTY or call 800-489-0201. Free shipping options available. This allotment won't last long. When they're gone, they're gone. So remember, go to mypillow.com and use promo code LIBERTY or call 800-489-0201 to get these amazing wholesale offers.
Honey, we're not moving, but we gotta do something about this kitchen.
Funny you mention it. I just stopped by Forever Remodeling's new showroom in Niles. I saw over a dozen kitchen and bathroom layouts they designed. They even offered to stop by the house and give us a free in-home design consultation.
What'd you tell them?
That we're free today?
Visit foreverremodeling.com today. That's the number 4, everremodeling.com. Forever Remodeling, stress-free and high-quality remodeling.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio, hour number 3. If you missed those first 2 hours, head over to 560theanswer.com. Download the podcast. You can listen to the show no matter where you are. While you're at it, head over to blackandrightradio.com. Purchase some merch. Help your brother out. I would really love it. People have been saying, hey, how can we help you for your birthday? Purchase some merch. Help a brother. Janelle has on my Troublemaker in the Room t-shirt, modeling it for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Guys, I don't know if you heard this, and we'll get back to your event that's coming up. I had to play this because it's shocking what happened on January 6th. Everybody in here have friends who were affected by what happened on January 6th. Congressman Clay Higgins had this to say. He was sitting with, what's our girl, Hoff Daddy? She came and spoke at Freedom Summit.
Laura.
Yeah. See, look at you. You getting old.
Logan?
Laura Logan.
Thank you. I almost said Luma.
Yeah. He was interviewed by Laura Logan, and he had this to say. I want to get you guys' take.
The evidence, specific observations of police officers, Capitol Police or Metro or both, entering rooms and here in the Capitol in uniform and coming out as Trump supporters and construction workers. So
you've seen that?
Yeah. So
why has that video not been released yet?
One would say that's a pretty good clue.
Yeah.
The other reason that we believe is just practical to have someone that knows how to get around. I mean, you know yourself, you can't walk around this place and know where you're going. You have to be here for years and years.
The Capitol is a maze.
That's right, and it's incredibly difficult to get around. It is a maze. You have to know where you're going. So you had to have people that were very familiar with the Capitol itself in order to lead some random groups of citizens that have come from every corner of the country. In many cases, never been to D.C. before, much less walked around in the Capitol. So it just makes sense that the Trump supporters that were leading the way and were clearly already inside the Capitol.
Now, I thought this was an old interview. This was a fairly new interview. And that video, he said that part of that video, he's seen the video. No, and you know, Higgins is a former Louisiana sheriff, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but this, I mean, come on. Initially, I was like, you know, the people that actually committed crimes, don't pardon them. But when I heard about the confidential human informants that were there on the ground, and Christopher Wray told us time and time again, he doesn't know, he doesn't recall, stuff like that, if the FBI had confidential human informants on the ground. After I heard this, what Clay said, and the FBI being on the ground, pardon everybody. I don't care what they did. Pardon them all. What do you take on that?
Well, why didn't they call in the National Guard? Because think about it, the governor could have done that, right? Or could the mayor do that?
The D.C. National Guard, Trump had offered.
Oh yeah.
Remember, they lied and said he didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't take it. They didn't want.
Why is that?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Just
because it's planned. It was planned.
Everything that happened.
You know, what's so ironic about this too is that, like, think about how the outrage from the left and the liberal media. Where was it during Kenosha, during Chicago, the riots, where they were burning fiery protests?
Yeah.
Fiery protests, my ass.
Look at you.
See, John?
You know,
my donkey is what I meant.
You better
my
leave
donkey.
her to Christ.
Natasha.
Hey, come off, Daddy. You better lead her to Christ right now. She needs Jesus.
I love Jesus.
I already had to dump Chanel once.
Oh, it was George that fired us. I thought it was Eagle.
We've been on Eagle like this whole time. You fired us.
Yeah, really?
No, we know.
Oh no, he said he's had to dump Janelle once today on the show.
What?
Janelle used a word that started with B to refer to a piece of female anatomy.
Oh, she did?
Can't do.
I didn't even hear that.
Oh,
What is
I
this
didn't hear.
list?
Well, I mean, it's a list in there.
There's an FCC list.
Whatever I want on a
Salem
podcast.
list.
Right. So hold on. So there's an FCC list.
Which
but then
is like
there's
the
a
George Carlin skit.
Yeah, but then there's a Salem list.
Yes.
That you can't use.
Oh.
Like you can never say "see you next Tuesday," right, George?
Absolutely not from either list.
Right. No, but you can say "see you next Tuesday."
You can't say that.
You can
can
say
that.
those four words.
Right. I'm just saying "see you next Tuesday," but
That's right.
Yeah, it'd be different if
I
we
just
were in
caught on.
Australia, where that word is like "dude."
I'm lost, but that's okay.
That's
No,
okay.
it's
okay.
That's okay.
Sweet
Stay
little
lost.
Natasha.
That's right.
We're going to have to explain a lot to her. when
Let's
this
get
is
back
over.
to the event. So the event is April 23rd. It's going to be
Yes.
at the Drake.
So
former Governor Rod Blagojevich is also going to be there.
recently pardoned by Trump.
Recently pardoned. What happened to the Serbian ambassadorship? Is that still on? Possibly?
No, you know what? There's a couple of things, but Trump has plans for him in a different way, and pardoned him, and that night was very special.
Yeah.
Wait,
you were there that night?
I was there. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
There were a couple of us, and it was just crazy how the media just descended on that home.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like the minute they found out, it was, I see why Patty wouldn't want to go back to that because it was such an intrusion of their privacy.
Right.
It's like they
But
infiltrated.
going to Serbia to be the ambassador would have been
nice,
amazing.
wouldn't it?
Away
I
from
know.
all of America.
Yeah, in a nice mansion. And
Yeah.
Yeah, so he, the crazy thing when people say that, because I was with him in the airport and we were doing this event together, and people were saying, like, everyone's very supportive of him, but there's one man that came up to him and wasn't very nice. And I had to explain to this guy, Rod wanted me to walk away, but that's not my style. I said, listen, when those 302s, Obama's 302s are released, why don't you come back and talk to me?
Yeah.
And I said, because those have never been released. And not
Right.
only, there were 2.5 hours of a recorded phone call. Do you know they only played two? for
That's
the
why he
court?
says-
They only admitted 2 minutes.
That's why he always says release the full tape.
Release it.
Yeah.
Because after each time he said it's blank, 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 golden, he said, but I will not do anything illegal.
Yeah.
And that was after each statement when they tried to make that the thing.
Right.
It's because he wouldn't play that. That's why they put him away. They, if he had gone along with their plans, they would have invited him in.
Right.
Like Michael Jackson. I
Is
don't
Jim
believe that
calling in? Did you get Jim to call in?
Jim?
Jim Fath.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I forgot about him.
Look
Let
at
me
you.
text him.
See, look at you. So Jacqueline, how can people purchase tickets? I see a QR code here on the flyer. Is there a website where people can go and get the tickets to see this star-studded lineup?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can go to the Conservative Caucus. Is it .com or .org, Janelle?
Org.
and get tickets there. I'm guessing that this event will be sold out like the previous one, so there will not be tickets at the door if we do sell out. So I would head over to the website and grab those tickets before it does sell out.
Why is it important for people to come to this event? What will they get from attending?
Well, I think that it's important to keep up the morale. I think that we need to continue to fight. We just got through the consolidated elections, and the liberals are on fire right now, right? And they're going to take that into 2026. So we really need to keep up the morale and keep fighting for our country into 2026 and beyond.
Yeah, and Minister Latasha, the homeschool bill isn't dead. It's just she didn't move it to third. I mean, she didn't call it for the third reading.
Yes,
right?
yes. So it's just stalled right now.
Yes.
And so she didn't reach the votes for the deadline on Friday,
Yeah.
and so they're about to go on break next week.
Yeah.
And so we as homeschoolers, we know we have to, actually, the end of May. So as we're all saying just now, we got to keep fighting. We got to keep the pressure on. We cannot back down. We cannot give up. And again, we have to fight beyond this bill.
Yeah.
Right. We have to continue to fight for our children all over this country because it's not if, but it's when. Right. And this bill and this group, this CRHE group, they're already lobbying other states. I even read an article the other day with even Britain is fighting for, against this same type of legislation. It's trying to hit Indiana. It's trying to hit Colorado. So it's everywhere. And so I would urge all families that are listening to us today, please continue to stay vigilant, stay alert. Watch these educational policies. Continue to watch these policies and continue to fight for your children.
Yeah, he's on the line. We'll take him after the break. We'll give him more time. That way I don't have to, end the call. Jim, hold the line. I promise you I'm going to take you when we come back from the break. Are you guys prepared that they're going to bait and switch?
Yes, we've been thinking about that. Because we know, these
get the heat off of HB 2827 because it has so much heat on it.
Yes, it has a lot.
Shift it, put a new number on it. Yeah. Probably start off in the Senate, a bill that's already passed the House.
Yep.
Put it in the Senate, pass it, and the trickery.
Yeah, and they do it all the time.
Yeah.
And so we are mindful of that. There are lobbyists watching that. But this is the thing. If they try something like that, hey, we're already prepared. It's going to be a civil unrest, and I'm very serious. Because what you're not getting is my kids.
Right.
I mean, that's just that. You're not going to. This is what I tell the devil. Let me just say this, and we can go on break.
Come on now.
Okay? That which you do, you won't do it with ease.
Come on.
Whatever you do, you won't have no peace in doing it.
Yeah.
So with 130,000 people that filed a witness slip, to me, that's just the tip of the iceberg. They didn't woke up a sleeping giant.
Amen.
Hey, Hop Daddy, we need a Hammond B3 to play that. Every time she comes on, we just play that Hammond B3, and it takes us to church. You're listening to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
We begin after the storm is fast.
President Trump's tariff policies have turned the stock market into a roller coaster.
Across the board, all of the different sectors are down.
Reciprocal tariffs are also being lowered during that period. U.S. stocks surged on the news.
Don't know how long these tariffs are going to be in place.
Chaos that is being created as all U.S. trading partners are hit.
The American public is invested in some way in the market.
Stay on top of where the markets are headed next, right here on AM 560. The Answer.
Aon Service Corporation seeks a U.S. IT analyst, information security, reporting to headquarters in Chicago, Illinois, to perform information security analysis. Requires a master's degree in information system security, information technology, computer science, or a related field, plus 1 year of information security experience. Must have at least 1 year of experience in each of the following: supporting global data center audits, network segmentation audits, cybersecurity audits, IT infrastructure and platform services audits, and cloud compliance and regulatory compliance audits, and collating privileged user access information for quarterly review and attestation for SOX 404 testing and compliance. Telecommuting available 5 days a week. Annual salary $98,946 to $104,800. Candidates must send resume to Aon Resumes at aon.com and cite requisition number 00642 or apply at jobs.aon.com.
You heard me talk about Relief Factor and how so many people enjoy a better, more pain-free life because of it. If you're dealing with everyday pain, it makes sense you'd want to try it first. Well, Relief Factor makes that pretty pain-free too with their 3-week quick start kit for only $19.95. An easy, affordable way to see how it could literally change your life, like it has mine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain temporarily, it helps reduce or eliminate pain. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. Trying it couldn't be easier with their 3-week quick start for only $19.95, less than $1 a day. And it just takes a phone call to 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. 1-800-4RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, every day you feel better is a day you live better. Try Relief Factor's 3-week quick start. Visit ReliefFactor.com. That's ReliefFactor.com, or call 1-800-4RELIEF. 800-4RELIEF for Relief Factor.
Bad decisions limit future options. Make enough bad decisions and you'll destroy your life. Listen to The Flot Line with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7. The Flot Line describes a main line of resistance in your soul built on God's Word. Listen tomorrow morning for inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. That's The Flot Line with Rick Hughes tomorrow morning at 7 on AM 560. The Answer.
Salem News Channel is America's fastest growing conservative TV network.
It's an absolute crazy day.
Home to the largest lineup of free speech champions anywhere. Delivering in-depth insight and unapologetic opinion on today's biggest news stories.
Americans aren't going to put up with this anymore.
SNC brings you the news that matters, told with integrity and clarity. Watch Salem News Channel free 24/7 on your television. Stream now on Pluto TV.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right. Let's go to the president of the Conservative Caucus, my good friend. I was just telling him, every time Jim and I talk, we talk for about 3 or 4 hours. Jim Pfaff, what's up, my brother?
Dude, we are overdue for a phone call, one of those long ones.
Hey, am I lying, though? Every time we get on the phone, it's 2-3 hours. We look around, it's like, dude, where did the time go?
It's a bad feeling when you look down at your watch and say, whoa, I got something on the schedule here. I got to get moving.
What's going on, brother? So you putting together this another event with the Conservative Caucus. And I love the title, Awakening. Who came up with that?
I did.
Awakening America, Awakening America's Golden Age.
Hold on. The president comes up with everything.
No, he just okayed it.
Hey, don't get fired. No, don't get fired.
You lost without me.
But Jim, we were talking about this event and some of the people that are going to be on there. What the Conservative Caucus? What's the goal as you guys put on these events? What is it that you're seeking to do in the state of Illinois?
Well, as with everywhere in the country, but certainly in places like Illinois, where you've just got an assault on liberty that is unprecedented. We're seeing this in these blue states, traditionally or recently blue states. And what we want to do is encourage and energize folks at the boots on the ground level to get things done that need to be done. I mean, you just look at this. You guys were talking briefly as I came on about the homeschool situation and the stupid bills in Springfield. I mean, these people are literally coming after children. They're coming after parents of children to destroy their right to bring them up. I mean, they put all the sacrifice and effort into the kids, but and then they take all of our money away from us so that we can give it to these outrageous school administrators and government officials to tell us what we ought to do. And it's an outrage. Yeah. So we try to make sure that folks are encouraged and trained and capable and learn how to get the resources to be effective in these battles. And the battle that's been taking place over the bill y'all are talking about in Springfield is an instance where real action can have and make a difference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when you look at the last event that you guys put on, that was more of the immigration issues that were happening in Chicago. Now you're dealing with Nicole and the issue with the boys in girls' locker rooms. Minister Fields about the homeschool advocate. You're going to bring back Governor Rod Blagojevich and George and Simona, right?
Yes, Simona.
Simona. What was the thinking in bringing George and Simona in?
Well, they're Chicago area folks, and they know what's going on in the state. And of course, George Papadopoulos really has been in a situation that is quite similar as to the pressure that particularly homeschool parents are having in the state. So he brings a sympathy to it because he's been attacked by the government in a major way. And so there's some encouragement with all that, and people are familiar with him. So that helps encourage people to come out and learn more about
I love them.
These challenges we have with government that thankfully Donald Trump, I think, is beginning to address.
Yeah, I love both of them. I mean, even today, about 2 weeks ago? No, about a month ago, I texted him trying to get him on the show. I mean, George answers right away. He doesn't wait, doesn't take. They're both good people.
They're moving right now to Miami.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Nice. So, Jim, we're gonna let you go, but I appreciate you coming on. And when do you get here, Jim?
I'll be there on the 23rd. So,
okay.
It's the 23rd.
Are you leaving? Are you leaving right away?
I'll be around in the morning after.
Okay.
I got another speaking engagement to go to the next day, but we'll get together. You and I need to during the day for sure,
Okay.
and we can sit down for 3 hours rather than wasting up all our phone minutes.
Maybe after I get off the show, if I'm not in Detroit, because I may be going to Detroit. I don't know. I don't know if it's this week or not, but I'll let you know.
Yeah, I do, man. I come in a little early on that day, so look forward to seeing you. But, hey, and everyone listening, seriously, stick with my friend John Anthony. This is one of the great men that I know, and I'm very proud to be his friend. So glad that you put a little light on this, too.
Thank you, brother. No problem. Hey, anytime. You put on any event, just let me know, and we'll bring you on. You know that. Take care, buddy.
That.
Take
Love
care.
you, bro. Take
Love you,
care.
too. Go ahead.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
If anybody wants to learn more about what happened to George Papadopoulos, there's a really good series called All the President's Men, and it's on the Tucker Carlson Network. You do have to pay for it. It's like $9.
No. You went the wrong way.
But I'll give you
The man has
I'll give
a
you my
book.
password if you want.
The man has a
book. Okay.
book.
I thought you were upset.
He detailed it in a book.
Oh, God.
You want to give the man the money.
That's right.
No.
You could do both because sometimes the book is better.
Yeah. I want to play something because Tom Homan laid out the Chicago ICE stats. I know last time you guys did the event, Janelle and Jackie. Jackie, is that okay? Because a lot of people don't like you shortening their name.
I know.
Jackie?
No one does that.
I've called her that. Haven't I called you that from time to time?
years. Yeah.
Yeah. Really? Get out. You're fired. But listen to Tom Homan talk about the Chicago stats.
When will we see an end to sanctuary status?
Can't be soon enough, because sanctuary cities are sanctuary for criminals. Here's what people need to understand. Every time they release a public safety threat, illegal alien public safety threat back in the community, it puts the community at great risk of crime. They like to say, well, we do this because we want victims and witnesses of a crime to feel safe to come to law enforcement without the fear we're working with ICE. That's just a bunch of malarkey, because the victim and witness of crime don't want the bad guy back in their neighborhood either. So help us make these communities safer. For instance, Chicago, when I went to Chicago, within 2 days we arrested, I think it was 9 members of TDA, Trend Iowa. We arrested 7 child sexual predators. We arrested 2 illegal aliens who committed murder. So we are trying to make the community safer, and sanctuary cities should be helping make their communities safer. We're not asking you to be immigration officers. We're asking you to do the job you're supposed to do. Your number one responsibility is to protect your communities. Help ICE protect your community.
God, what happened? What happened to this country? Under the tutelage?
I think we know.
Well, they tried to break it. I hope, Hoff Daddy, I hope this is the cat clip I'm looking for. I do.
This I don't understand. How the do you get a job and up everything? Everything? This has everything. Gas, water, air, everything.
I mean, and he was talking about George W. Bush.
Right.
But I think that applies to Joe Biden. I mean, think about it. He broke every single institution in America.
Yes.
And we're supposed to just sit back and be upset with Donald Trump because because we're feeling pain right now. I mean, everybody in here, I know I've had surgery. If you had surgery, you know when you want to get rid of that pain, what happens? You have to have surgery. You have to remove the problem. And what happens while you're trying to heal? It still hurts.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
But the goal is to get to the point where it doesn't hurt anymore. And I believe what Donald Trump is doing is that goal. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong. No. It takes time, and pain is going to be part of this because we've been at war with the communist regime, and we don't even know it.
Yeah.
But George Soros has been funding these campaigns for decades.
Yeah.
I remember at the 19th ward, I was 19 years old, and I was told after the ballots were counted, we were in the 19th ward, and somebody gave me a box and said, "Go put this
count
over
those?"
there." No, they said, "Go stick them in the dumpster. Put this box on the truck." No, this was Dow Democrat.
But so I've seen it. I've seen it where they basically toss Republican ballots.
Yes, of course, yeah. Well,
yeah. Oh, it had a Chad pushed. This was before 2000 and was that 2000? 2000. The 2000 election. I've seen that happen at polling places.
Wasn't Arkansas now you have to show ID, or which state is it right now?
It should be every state.
It should be every
Well,
single
Wisconsin
state.
put it in their constitution that is now it's the part of the
Constitution.
constitution.
And isn't that funny that a Republican didn't win that last election?
Well,
but an overwhelming majority of people want voter ID.
Right.
I guess it'll never happen again now.
But they're too stupid. You didn't hear you didn't hear what happened about voter IDs. Black people and brown people, they're not smart enough. They don't know. You know this. You've heard this.
It's like when they said about the computer.
Let's talk to the other black person in the room.
You're only half
Wait,
black.
hold on. That's what I say. Let me stop. Because I've been told that I'm not black. So a lot of people that tell me I'm not black. So, you know.
But do you know why that is?
No, I don't.
You ain't black.
Oh, wow. see, you see what I see the abuse that I have to do?
Sure, you want to weigh in on this? Does that ever happen?
This victim mentality doesn't suit you, Jen.
I don't like it, though. You're right, I don't like it. Yeah, see, this is what I hate about radio. You got breaks.
No.
This is the bad part about radio.
We should start a podcast together.
Uh-oh, that's scary.
George
that's so
is going to
scary.
fire you for sure.
There you go. Perfect placement. We'll be right back.
They got the iron while I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect.
For nearly a decade, AM 560 has marked the start of summer with a night of cigar smoking and great conversation. And this year, we've expanded Cigar Night to 2 nights. Wednesday, May 21st at Gobert's Farm in Pingree Grove. And Thursday, May 22nd at Gaelic Park in Oak Forest. Featuring the great Larry Elder, along with AM 560's Dan Proft and Sean Thompson. Tickets are on sale now at 560theanswer.com/cigar. That's 560theanswer.com/cigar. Sponsored by Goldilocks Doors, Locks, and Security.
Fox News, I'm Jane Fergus. Smartphones, computer monitors, and various electronic parts will be exempt from President Trump's reciprocal tariffs. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol making the announcement on Friday, saying electronics imported to the U.S. will be excluded, and that includes parts like semiconductors and memory cards. Analysts say big tech firms are breathing a sigh of relief. Former Vice President Kamala Harris is reportedly thinking about running for governor of California and also trying to determine what went wrong in 2024.
Her allies telling Vanity Fair they don't think she was the problem last year and that she had the right message. Fox has told Harris might not decide whether to run for governor until the end of summer, but some Democrats say she should not be waiting that long.
It's Fox's Madeline Rivera. America's listening to Fox News.
Larry Elder here, and I'm excited to tell you about my new movie called Electric Vehicles, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Now, I love my gas-powered car, but I also care about the planet. And so I pose the question, are EVs really better for the planet than gas-powered vehicles?
An electric vehicle is a computer with 4 wheels and some seats.
Torque is instantaneous. The batteries are lasting very long.
Charge them at your house using solar is amazing.
What do you do with these batteries when they go bad? Long distance, they create anxiety.
battery sitting in the parking lot just burst into flames.
The components are made in China, so there could be tracking mechanisms put into Americans' cars.
We're going to be relying on China.
It's not just a movie about cars. It's about how we choose to shape our future and the ethical, environmental, and security issues they create. Electric Vehicles, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, produced by Impactful Pictures. Watch it or buy the DVD on April 22nd at salemnow.com. That's salemnow.com.
McDonald's Corporation has an opening for Senior Manager Tech Lead in Chicago, Illinois. Job duties include managing development operations teams across platform and managing integrations that extend into and out of the global mobile application domains. Partial telecommuting is permitted. The expected salary range for this role is at least $196,123 per year. In determining your pay, they may also consider your experience and other job-related factors. Apply at smrtr.io/QDV7Y. All letters should be in lowercase.
You need a construction company, but who?
Call Crosscom.
A construction company you can trust that shares your Christian and conservative values. For decades, Crosscom has been doing work in Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana, and Wisconsin. Roofs, siding, windows, doors, gutters, basically everything for your home or business, even solar. Quality work and professional services that make you feel great about your decision to work with Crosscom.
Call Crosscom.
630-871-5500. Give them a chance to earn your business. If your repairs are due to storm, fire, or flood damage, you need to
call Crosscom.
They're licensed public adjusters. They work for you, not the insurance company. Crosscom will work to get you the money you deserve, the maximum payout. They know the insurance companies and how to deal with them. They win for you.
Call Crosscom.
Crosscom Construction and Public Adjusters.
This is Dan Lights with Crosscom. You can trust us with your home or business for high-quality work and fair prices. It's the only way we do business.
630-871-5500. CrosscomPublicAdjusters.com.
If you're hiding your smile because of missing teeth, are experiencing pain due to incoming wisdom teeth or a misaligned jaw, Midland Oral Surgery and Implant Centers can change your life. Experts in the fields of oral and maxillofacial surgery, anesthesia, and dental implantology, the doctors at Midland Oral Surgery are committed to providing compassionate care in a calm and relaxing environment. Dental implants, bone grafting, removing wisdom teeth, surgical management of the hard and soft tissues of the facial region, including sedation dentistry, so you can improve your smile in a painless, pleasant, and stress-free manner. With state-of-the-art CT imaging equipment, Midland Oral Surgery and Implant Centers have unparalleled diagnostic and treatment capabilities, proudly serving Southwest Chicago and its suburbs for over 50 years. Make an appointment to discuss a pain-free solution for your smile. Locations in Frankfort, Tinley Park, Oak Lawn, and Western Springs. Learn more about the doctors and procedures at midlandoms.com. That's midlandoms.com.
Carl Jackson stands up for the America he loves on the Carl Jackson Podcast.
Donald Trump has the authority as the head of the executive branch to fire and to stop payments within the executive branch. Appropriating funds is one thing. Finding corruption and theft is another. We wanted Trump to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. Did we know that it was going to be this bad? No.
Subscribe to the Carl Jackson Podcast today on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, or at SalemPodcastNetwork.com. And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. I don't know if I can play audio anymore.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right, right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. We done picking cotton.
Oh. Okay.
We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
I know that's right.
You know how much money is in that now, though?
Where did she say that?
She was at some event.
Believe it was in the middle of a city.
Yeah.
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 Shocker, no farmers.
Yeah.
What a stretch.
The even more shocking point is to believe that people who are immigrants are only relegated to picking cotton, picking fruit, as if they're not some of the smartest, brightest people we have in our country, too.
Some would even consider that
It's racist. Yeah.
Oh no, black people can't be racist. You know that.
Oh, that's right, John.
Come on, we got to school these people.
Trouble on here, right?
Yeah, well, you know, this the troublemaker. What are you talking about?
These three here. See what you these
Latasha's
three. Yeah,
good girl.
Yeah.
Latasha's a good girl.
Oh, we got a call. Let's go to the phone lines. Carrie from Crown Point, what's up?
John, happy birthday to you and
Thank you.
everyone there. I wanted to share how DEI is about going against God's order. With all the problems in Illinois, they're trying to tell girls that they have to let boys who are not really girls be in their restrooms. They're trying to teach people things it's hard enough to learn. It's not true. And look at what they do to women, real women who stand up for women's rights, like J.K. Rowling. They go after them, or you ladies, they go after you.
That's true, Carrie. Carrie, do you know who Tommy Tenney is, Minister? He wrote the book, God Chaser.
Yeah, that sounds very good.
George, can you find me a Tommy Tenney audio? I want to play it. He wrote the book called God Chasers. Carrie, I want you to continue to listen. I'm going to play this audio. You sound exactly like Tommy Tenney. You really do. Thank you so much, Carrie. He hung up on me. Okay. But again, talk about the event. Where can people
Maybe
get
that was
tickets?
Tommy Tenney and you blew his cover.
Right. He gone. The event. Where can people get tickets? And are you guys saying how much it costs to get in?
Yeah, general admission is $30. You can get the ticket at theconservativecaucus.org.
VIP sold out?
VIP is not sold out yet, but we are very close.
I think we have 6 left, and they're 100 each.
Wow.
Yes.
But once it's sold out, it's sold out.
Get close.
Because that room is really small.
It is. And it's hot.
We're not
It's
gonna
always
be in
hot
that
now.
one.
Oh, you're not in that
nope,
one?
I'm not going to tell anybody where it
okay.
is.
All right. But where can people get the tickets?
Theconservativecaucus.org, and we also sponsors as well are welcome to sign on.
We have 4 right now, 4 sponsors. So we're yes.
Can we talk about your issues?
My issues?
Yeah.
What am I?
You've been targeted. I've seen you.
Yeah.
Can we talk about? Can that be talked about?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. What happened with that? Listen, I'm 6 radio 6 days a week. I'm out of it. I don't know what's going on. What happened with you and the Illinois Republican Party?
So I think that we have a party of, I'm going to say it, but narcissists, and they really don't like it when you call them out.
Yeah.
And a lot of us that came up into politics in 2020, we're not here for the fame. We're not here for the money or anything like that. We're just here because we want to fight for our kids.
Yeah.
We want to fight for our country. And we know that what's going on right now is wrong, right?
Yeah.
So if you call them out on social media, they really don't like it. They obviously ask you, could you please take that post down? We value your voice, right? And then when you don't listen, it gets stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
If you don't do this, then I will blackball you from politics. And that's unfortunate because these are the people that are supposed to be representing us, right? So I mean, that's the situation. I'm not going to back down from my values.
And what's crazy is when you first came, the reason why I say you're not shy anymore. When you first came in, you weren't this demonstrative in your articulation of how you feel about certain things.
She was holding a line.
You loved to be behind the scenes. You didn't like to be up in the forefront and things of that nature. So I've seen the maturation of from when you first came out because of COVID to now. So I saw an interview. I forget who you were sitting down with. You were sitting down on a podcast with somebody. I saw it there, and I'm like, whoa, what the heck just happened with Jackie? What? See, I call her Jackie.
Yeah, for years.
And then you call Latasha Reverend. I'm thinking
Minister.
of Minister. Okay.
Minister.
So I'd like to be goddess.
Oh, no. God, please.
We're not identifying on this radio station.
I want something. Sherry, what do you want? What do you want to be called?
Really?
Really? Seriously?
What happened to Janelle? What happened to her? I haven't seen you in what?
And I'm just so
I have a
excited.
lot of thoughts that I cannot share right now about what happened to Janelle.
Oh my
Oh, my
gosh, she's
God.
trouble.
And Minister
You should
Fields,
wear in this shirt.
Yes.
I know we got about a minute, I think. You also have an organization, Chess.
Yeah, well, 2 actually. So
Okay.
Chess is our homeschool organization where we have a homeschool co-op. I have an online school and an in-person micro school.
And then EPIC is my advocacy organization, Empowering Parents, Igniting Communities.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where we do all the fighting and exposing. Because I'm a big advocate of anti-public school. And so we do a lot of exposing egregious policies as a means of exiting, not reforming.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, John.
Listen to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
This was so fun.
While Dennis Prager is recuperating, we know you miss your daily dose of Dennis. That's why Pragertopia is giving you a special gift. Right now, Pragertopia members can hear the best 2 hours of Dennis's favorite segments from as far back as 2010. On Monday, you can hear the Happiness Hour.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what I'm about.
Tuesday is Celebrity Guest Day.
Donald Trump Jr. is in studio with me.
On Wednesday, it's the Male-Female Hour.
I really do wish there were a way to ascertain the number of marriages that this hour has helped.
Thursday, the Ultimate Issues Hour.
Not having ultimate issues clarity is like having a map, but you don't know where you're going.
And Friday is Open Lines.
Feel free to ask me anything about me, about you, about life.
So if you're missing your daily dose of Dennis, go to Pragertopia.com and hear all your favorite segments, along with lectures, celebrity interviews, his famous Torah teachings, and more. Get your daily dose of Dennis at Pragertopia.com. Pragertopia.com.
Imagine using your skills and experiences to inspire young minds. We see the teacher in you. No matter your starting point, we can help you become a teacher. Teaching offers consistent pay, a pension, and summers off. Learn how you can be the teacher. Visit BeTheTeacher.org. Sponsored by Grow Your Own Teachers, Illinois.
Do you agree that the educational system is broken? The cycle of content conveyance and consumption is failing our children. They are listless, bored, and uninspired. I am Peter Serby, the founder and director of the Riverside Club for Adventure and Imagination, and author of the new book, Casting Fire, a guide to the adventure and imagination of boyhood. The true purpose of education should be to spark a child's curiosity and wonder, to light a fire of creativity, to illuminate a path to find gift and calling. A decade ago, I founded Riverside to rekindle a love of learning in our youth. Our innovative vision immerses boys and girls ages 8 to 14 in epic stories, ignites in them a passion for adventuring in the great outdoors, teaches them the art of craftsmanship, and facilitates strong friendships rooted in faith. Join us on our educational journey. Visit ourside.org to learn more about our imaginative programs and summer camps. And check out my new book, Casting Fire, on Amazon. That's ourside.org.
Attention American homeowners, you're under attack. Your home and equity could be vulnerable to cyber thieves. There's only one company that completely stops them, and that company is Equity Protect. Equity Protect prevents any attempts to steal your home, equity, and ownership 24/7. Get your free risk report today by texting the word HOME to 94878. That's right, text the word HOME to 94878 to get your free risk report. Keep your equity and legacy safe with Equity Protect.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidiscipline practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930, 630-830-4930, or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
This is Seth Leibson for Townhall.com. This is National Crime Victims' Rights Week. Most don't know this. One might say crime victims are the truly forgotten here. In our current victim-obsessed society where so many build hierarchies of historical and present grievances, actual victims of crime are the lowest rung on the authentic ladder of the injured. As a founder of Crime Victims' Rights Week once warned, we must be careful to protect the word victim, lest it be corrupted. For too long, law schools have emphasized the rights of the accused, teaching almost nothing about the rights of their victims or the rights of the innocent, which, at basal levels, is the whole point of a society of laws, the protection of the innocent. Today, we make causa celeb of the accused. See Luigi Mangione as but one example. As President Reagan once put it, crime is not, quote, some inevitable sociological phenomenon, but a cumulative result of too much emphasis on the protection of the rights of the accused and too little concern for our government's responsibility to protect the lives, homes, and rights of our law-abiding citizens. Close quote. I'm Seth Leibson.
Black and Right continues. Once again, here's John Anthony.
There's been a lot going on around here the last 2 weeks. It's like, what is going on and what are we doing? And has this church lost its ever-loving mind? What's happening?
You hear that rasp in his voice?
I got up.
Hear that rasp in his
he
voice?
does sound very similar.
Yeah, that rasp in his. Because I've met Tommy Tenney and I read all of his books.
It's Tenney.
Tenney. I said Tenney.
Tenney.
Tommy Tenney.
There's no I in his last name.
I thought it was an E.
We need to get Norman from Rockford in here.
I thought it was an E in his name. Tenney.
It is. It's an E. There's no I.
Tenney. But that's how he enunciates it. Tenney. No, you got to hear that. That's a country boy. He say Tenney.
Yeah, but
he's a country boy.
You're not a country boy.
I'm just saying how he enunciates.
Don't adjust your accent like Hillary Clinton.
I'm enunciating his name the way he enunciates his name. Tenney.
Oh, okay, whatever you say, buddy.
Tenney. How about that? Tenney.
No, how about no?
Welcome back to Black and Right. George is getting on me again, once again.
Deservedly.
Yep, deservedly. You like that Cat Williams? He broke everything.
Everything.
Did you hear about the SAVE Act?
Yes.
Have you heard about how these? I saved some audio for Monday because I'm gonna really tackle it on Monday.
Yeah.
With they're saying that if you change your last name, you can't vote. Are you kidding me?
Got some guy out here blowing his engine on Heights Road.
Oh, I thought something just flew by something flew by you.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a bird or
birds.
Yeah. But here's Stephen Miller talking about the SAVE Act.
The claim is, and Hillary made this claim and many others, 69 million married women won't be able to vote if they took on the name of their husband, that they will disenfranchise American voters, and it's voter suppression. By the way, this is an 84-16 issue in terms of the polls. Voters want ID, signature verification, chain of custody controls, updated voter rolls. They want partisan observers watching the voting all day, the vote counting all night. That brings integrity to the process and confidence in results. Why would you be against?
Sean has gotten really long-winded in his talks, hasn't he?
Well, he feels the need to set up very succinctly so he gets exactly what he wants out of his guests.
Okay.
The only reason, Sean, you would be against any of that is if you wanted illegal aliens to vote and to vote in incredibly large numbers. So let's just deal with all of this BS right now. Every other country in the world of any note requires an ID to vote. The notion that Democrats are pushing that married women, who, by the way, are a Republican voting demographic, cannot get ID, could be one of the dumbest talking points I have heard in my entire life. As you said, the real ID.
Wait, but Hofstadter, I thought
a very good point.
Yeah, but you heard that key word, woman? I thought there was no woman. What is a woman?
Well, they can't define it, which is maybe why they lost so many of them to the other side. The thing about it is, right? Okay, let's say, hypothetically, you've got a woman who got married, was competent enough to change her name, get a driver's license with that name, get credit cards with that name, probably has bills that come to her in that name. People call her by that name every day. She probably has it on her business card.
Yeah.
But somehow, she's not going to be able to get a birth certificate that reconciles with it. It's just the most insulting.
It really is.
Just, hey, married women, Democrats think you're stupid. Keep voting for them. It's like that's never going to work.
Bro. All right, George, it comes to the show where I wanted to save this for last. You and I talked about this before the show started. I really was very appreciative of Bill Maher.
This.
Yeah, I was
I'm
very
pretty sure I got all the cuss words out of it too. So
hopefully.
yeah. Let's see.
Wait, I'll get fined too, though, right?
No, it's
The
my
station?
job on the line. Man.
Oh, okay. But as you guys know, Bill Maher went and met with, I had lunch rather, or dinner with President Trump with Kid Rock. He calls him Bob. And I thought the way Bill Maher explained the meeting, it's a fairly long, and I'll probably jump in and out and interject. Maybe, maybe not. But here's Bill Maher discussing the Donald Trump dinner with himself and Kid Rock.
It must have been something with the 2020 election, because I know he used the word lost, and I distinctly remember saying, wow, I never thought I'd hear you say that. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country than hating each other every minute. This list of almost 60 different insulting epithets that the president has said about me.
I thought this was pretty cool, this part. What Donald Trump did with this list, Hoff Daddy. This was really cool. Can you imagine that happening?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think about the dynamic between those two specific guys, all of this makes perfect sense.
It's like stupid, dummy, low-life dummy, sleazebag, sick, sad, stone cold crazy. Really a dumb guy, fired like a dog. His show is dead. There's 60. I brought this to the White House because I wanted him to sign it, which he did. What I'm going to do is report exactly what happened. You decide what you think about it. And if that's not enough pure Trump hate for you, I don't give a The guy I met is not the person who the night before the dinner tweeted a bunch of...
Now, this one was seriously ridiculous. What Trump did right before he came.
Nasty crap about how he thought this dinner was a bad idea and what a deranged I was. I read it and thought, oh, what a lovely way to welcome someone to your house. My friend said to me, what are you going to wear to the White House? I said, I don't know, but I'm not going to dress like Zelensky, I'll tell you that. I'd never seen him laugh in public, but he does, including at himself. And it's not fake. Believe me, as a comedian of 40 years, I know a fake laugh when I hear it. And he pointed to Reagan and said, in all seriousness, you know, the best thing about him, his hair. I said, well, there was also that whole bringing down communism thing. He said, well, a lot of the presidents, they had a dog for political reasons. I said, no. People love dogs. That's what that is. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's true. I never felt I had to walk on eggshells around him. And honestly, I voted for Clinton and Obama, but I would never feel comfortable talking to them the way I was able to talk with Donald Trump.
I was curious to what that meant as it relates to he wouldn't be able to talk to Obama and Biden the way he talked to Donald Trump. What do you think that means? I was curious.
I don't know. I mean, there could be an air of just intimidation that comes with somebody who's very short with you, as opposed to somebody who's like, hey, buddy, how's it go? Like, you know, that first impression, that conversational first impression is probably huge.
Good point.
That's just how it went down. Make of it what you will. Me, I feel it's emblematic of why the Democrats are so unpopular these days. He was even okay when I checked him on the orangutan.
Do you remember this one?
Yeah, where he said that what was he
His
talking
father.
about the birth certificate stuff with Obama, and he goes, yeah, well, I have a theory that Trump's father was an orangutan.
Wall Street. He was. He said to Dana White, you know, Bill said my father was an orangutan, and I really love my father. And I said, well, Mr. President, I did that because I didn't like what you were doing regarding Obama's birth origins. I thought that was low. Again, no anger, just a little...
I think once you finally get in Trump's presence, away from the camera, the lights, you see who the man really is. And this caricature that's been put out there about who Donald Trump is, I would be angry too, though, George, when you think about coming down from that escalator to today, the stuff that he's had to endure. Now, some of it you could say he shot himself in his own foot, but when you look at the spine on his campaign, wouldn't that make you very defensive? I know politically that made him a very defensive person.
It would make me never want to communicate with anybody in any kind of normal way.
Yeah.
When it comes to a campaign. I mean, I think the thing with Trump is it's not that he's this jovial guy. It's not that he's some hard ass. He's whoever he needs to be in the moment.
Chameleon.
And he's a social and professional chameleon. He is who he needs to be in the moment to get whatever the objective is done. You just hope that a guy like that keeps his eye on what the objective actually is.
Yeah, which is making America great again.
Yeah, well,
that's the goal.
It has to be more specific than that.
Yeah,
yes.
But the overall vision of what he intends to do.
Just care about the country over party and over yourself and over maybe optics or legacy. From what I see so far in this first bit of first 3.5 months here. He doesn't seem to care about legacy at this point.
With Iran, I think just having Witkoff over there, meeting with Putin right now, Trump having direct discussions with Iran.
The exact right thing, which is we want them to flourish, but they can't have nukes.
I agree.
It's just as plain spoken as you can be with that. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, guys, I want to thank everybody for thanking me for my birthday. Hoff Daddy, thank you so much. I always enjoy when you're here. I want to thank the guys. I want to thank all of the young ladies that were here. 49. I'll be 49 tomorrow.
Damn.
Oh, dang, perfect. I should have never gave you that.
I didn't play the one with the sorry on it because
sorry. But thank you guys so much. I look forward to celebrating my 49th birthday again. blackandrightradio.com. You want to help a brother out? Go ahead and buy some merch from blackandrightradio.com. I'll be very appreciative. I look forward to Detroit's Morning Answer, bright and early, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. TheAnswerDetroit.com. Thank you guys so much. YouTube, Facebook, Rumble. I will see you on Black and Right next week. And to those in Detroit, Michigan, who are listening, and Canada, see you Monday morning, 7 a.m.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, doctors Economos, Gabe Alice, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidiscipline practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930, 630-830-4930, or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560, The Answer. WIND, Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app, or tell your smart speaker to play.
Nuclear negotiations off to a good start. Fox News, I'm Jane Fergus. High praise all around for the first round of nuclear talks between the U.S. and Iran.
Iran's foreign minister called the discussions constructive and promising. Oman's top diplomat, who hosted both leaders in Oman, said, quote, "I would like to thank my two colleagues for this engagement, which took place in a friendly atmosphere, conducive to bridging viewpoints and ultimately achieving regional and global peace, security, and stability. We will continue to work together and put further efforts to assist in arriving at this goal." And here was President Trump once again aboard Air Force One talking about what he wants to see from Iran.
I want them not to have a nuclear weapon. I want Iran to be a wonderful, great, happy country.
Iranian officials said after the 2-hour meeting in Oman, they'd like to meet again next week.
It's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. A judge has ruled that pro-Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil can face deportation for his role in Columbia University campus protests. Fox's CB Cotton has more.
Mahmoud Khalil's attorneys are expected to file applications to try and stop his deportation. The judge cited a memo from Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who wrote that Khalil's beliefs, statements, or associations would compromise U.S. foreign policy interest. In court, Khalil's attorneys slammed that memo and argued the government is violating Khalil's right to free speech. The Trump administration is counting the ruling a win. Secretary Kristi Noem writing, quote, "It is a privilege to be granted a visa or green card to live and study in the United States of America."
Khalil's attorneys have until April 23rd to file a relief application. Former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro remains hospitalized with abdominal pain, which doctors say is related to long-term effects of a stabbing during a campaign stop. America's listening to Fox News.
From around the world, Trey Yingst joining us from Tel Aviv, Israel.
To Washington,
I'm Mike Emanuel.